Hello and welcome to another Warhammer 40k live stream brought to you by the Kessel Run.
Yes.
My name, as always, is Devin Turak, and I'm joined with Patrick Gleason.
Yay! Who's actually playing today? And,
yes.
And we have Joe from our RTTR group.
Hey, everybody.
The Royal Tabletop Regiment here in Ottawa.
Yep.
Who, of course, make their home at the Kessel Run. And he's joining us to play his Space Wolf. So we're going to have a little Orc versus Space Wolf action going on.
Yeah, it's a demo again of the 8th. It's a quick and dirty game. We're just doing basically grabbing power levels, putting our units down. They're both close combat ones, except I have copters, which we didn't try last time. So we're going to see what they're bikes now, or they can turn. Are they called? Because they used to be hover before.
Yeah, like some kind of, they used to be classified as a jet bike, I believe.
Yes.
And they probably still kept their mobility and their flexibility.
I gotta see the keywords. Vehicle. Fly.
Oh, nice.
This is fly now.
No, they have the keyword fly.
Yes, but that still means
Yep.
for keywords, if you're looking up any special abilities and stuff, if it has a keyword fly,
That's good.
so like for movement, for units that fall back and stuff like that,
That's nice.
That's one of the units that can do that.
Yep.
And attack. So,
Awesome.
so again, welcome. Yeah, we were hearing dice fall like crazy, so I'm not too sure what's going
Joe's
on.
having a dice party upstairs. That's awesome.
So Devin will be the main commentator.
Well, no, you guys will be the main commentators. I may throw in some color commentary here and there.
Oh,
as
more color than I can throw in.
Maybe.
Okay, let's
because you guys will be discussing movements, actions, special rules, whatever else you need to actually talk about in the game,
Yes.
the communication, the back and forth. And I will just be maybe asking questions or inserting comments here and there,
Yeah.
jokes, that sort of thing.
That's the standard. Well, by the way, warning for anyone who's just picking up now, this is not probably going to be kid-friendly, because I haven't played in a long time, and when my dice start going bad, it's going to be...
I rolled 5 1s on 5 dice.
So, Joe,
Yes.
you played Orks last time.
I did, yeah. Great. Loved it.
You had a psychic, a war boss, a mech guy, and a truck,
Yes.
and a lot of goobs.
I had about 25 boys,
Yeah, because you always, like you're saying, in the new rules, Orks want a minimum of at least 25.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Zach. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You?
Is Zach the guy from last week with the painting just sort of dropped by to say hi?
Yeah.
See, I have work for you if you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Always open to work.
I'm painted.
Did you want the towel? I brought some.
My miniatures are right now unpainted, but these miniatures are thanks to Devin.
Yep.
I was just noticing one thing with them. You had, or no, the person you got them from had magnetized the bottoms.
Yes.
Which doesn't work when you're trying to store them or bring them out, because they keep trying to clump together.
Well, it depends on how you're storing them. If you store them with any sort of magnetic tray system,
They're
magnets
awesome.
on the bottom is fantastic.
Yeah, but if they're not, they're trying, like, you're trying to pull them out, they're like, "Hook, I'm going to clump together." Like, oh, okay, thanks for that. So anyways, yes, Joe and I decided Space Wolves versus Orks. We're doing the quick power level one. So we're not really building up a proper list. It's more like, okay, down and quick and dirty sort of idea.
Okay, so what power level are you starting?
We decided for 50 points, which is close to 1,000 points, right, Joe?
Yeah,
Probably.
plus or minus 50 or so, depending on which army you're playing. But
Yeah.
for Space Wolves, 50 power level is almost bang on for 1,000 points.
Yeah. Whereas Joe was nice to me. He gave me a little bit of a edge because I'm a noob and not very good at this, and we also just want to try things out.
Sure.
So my main army is Death Copters. Death Copters are not. They're considered flying vehicles now, whereas before they were just hover bikes. But now they have the code word, the tag word of fly.
Correct.
Which means, according to the rules, they get a lot of the advantages that flying vehicles get. They're 5 points per, but one thing with the Orks is, I'm not sure about all the units for power levels, but the more you buy, it tends to be a little bit cheaper the more you buy. So the kept even though each Death Copter is 5 points individually, I can do a unit of 5 for 21 points, and then a separate unit of 3 for 13 points. So there's a bit of savings there.
Yeah.
So I've got 1 unit of 5, 1 unit of 3 Death Copters. My boss, who's the full up heavy armored boss, Not Gazgul though, unfortunately.
He's quite a few points just by himself. In a 1,000-point game, he'd be pretty tough to take.
Exactly. He's a war boss. He's still pretty good. War boss and Mega Armor, which is worth 7 points.
Well, Mega Armor, nice, yeah.
And that, and obviously he's going to have the WOG and all that sort of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And just 30 boys, which is pretty straightforward. And Joe, you have one of the most awesome Space Wolf characters ever in the fluff and in the game, Bjorn.
Yes, so just a quick background. I play a lot of Orks in previous editions, and then I said, hey, I'll maybe do some Imperium. And of course, close combat is very close and near and dear to the Space Wolf's heart, so I was like, hey, why not pick up the Stormclaw box set a couple years ago, where I got lots of Orks and lots of Space Wolves. And then I just started looking out on Kijiji and found a bunch of used models, and then had a friend paint them up. So today my leader and my warlord is Bjorn Fellhanded.
Yeah.
He is pretty awesome. We'll just quickly go through some of his key abilities just so it makes sense.
Sure.
If he is my warlord, he gets +1 command points right off the hop. So
nice.
Today my detachment is based on fast attack, so I believe it's called an Outrider detachment. So I get 1 command point for being an Outrider and 1 command point for Bjorn, so that's 2.
Yep.
Plus the base of 3 is 5 for the day. Bjorn has a couple nice special rules as well that will help me throughout the fighting. He has basically ignores wounds on a 5 or 6 after the wounds have been allocated to him.
Mm-hmm.
He is less than 10 wounds, and he is a character, so if I do put him behind, say, some wolves, you have to shoot the wolves first because he's 10 or less wounds. His other nice, as an ancient tactician, is +1 command points. The last of the company of Russ, I reroll hits of 1 for friendly Space Wolves that are within 6 inches of this model.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. And smoke launchers. He actually does have smoke launchers, much like other things like rhinos. So if I move him and advance him and I forgo my shooting, I could pop smoke to have you hit me -1. For today, for weapons, really great. He has True Claw, which is going to be an absolute close combat
that's a destruction
beast.
yes.
I think it's like Strength 12 and 5 attacks. So and it's True Claw -4 and D6 damage. So certainly it won't matter against the little boys; they'll just die. But if I could get him somehow in close combat with some important stuff, he might actually be able to do some damage there too. Riding next to Bjorn Fellhanded is another character that we know about. It's going to be our good friend, and I haven't used him in a long time, Canis Wolfborn. So he has two wolf claws, which means he gets 1 extra attack and reroll a wound.
Yeah.
Anyone within 6 inches of him gets an extra attack with their crushing teeth and claws attacks. So I'll explain that quickly because it is different than some of the other armies with mounts. What happens is this. It used to be that if you bought a Space Wolf and a Thunder Wolf Cavalry guy and you put him on a wolf, he went +1 attacks, +1 strength, +1 wounds, and obviously had the ability to move 12 inches.
Did it also give him +1 toughness?
I think so, yes. And that was a big one. You're right, +1 toughness. So what's happened is they've kind of delinked the attacks from the wolf attacking and the guy on top attacking. So the guy on top has a lot less attacks now. It's only 2 attacks base instead of the 5 for the model. But what happens is he didn't get a strength buff. So his strength is just 4, and then 2 attacks. Then whatever weapon he has, that'll reflect with a wolf claw, it's +1 strength. So the next thing though is after his 2 attacks in the fight phase, the actual mount gets to attack, and it's 3 attacks, strength 5, -1 damage. It's called a teeth and claws attack. So the neat thing is you attack with all your mounts, or you attack with all your dudes, and you attack with all your mounts separately.
Okay.
This one particular character allows all Thunder Wolves and Fenrisian Wolves to get 1 extra teeth and claws attacks. So instead of this guy having 3 attacks as a wolf, he gets 4, and for that unit particularly.
Right.
So the 10 Fenrisian Wolves.
Yep.
These.
But there's no wolves on Fenris.
Oh yes. Oh, what happened to them all? So these 10 wolves get +1 to their attacks. These 6 Thunderwolf Cavalry, which is 1 unit right here, get +1 teeth and claws attacks, and then these 3 as a smaller Thunderwolf Cavalry unit. In fact, the min size is 3. They get +1. So the dudes on top, not buffed at all, but the actual wolves will be ripping and clawing and hopefully chewing up some orcs.
It's definitely going to be a mass melee.
It's going to be melee, for sure.
It's
So the only real difference is he gives that attack, which is really, really nice. He himself is not amazing. I mean, he can reroll his failed charges, which is really nice. But his and he lets you reroll wound rolls of 1. So Bjorn is reroll 1s to hit, he is reroll 1s to wound, and then his 6-inch buff. The 10 Fenrisian Wolves, they do not have any leadership buff, so they're actually, I think, like leadership 3 or 4. It's quite low, and that'll be a big factor for Patrick when he shoots them. They may run away. We'll see.
Yeah, but then again, Orcs shooting anything is pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crapshoot.
Yeah, we can shoot something. We can. We've got guns.
For the bigger squad, the pack leader leading it has a Thunder Wolf, or Storm Shield and Thunder Hammer, and then everyone else has a plasma pistol plus a specialized close combat weapon. So because there's new rules with being able to shoot with your pistol once you're in fight, when you're in a fight, I haven't done it before, so it'll be a first time to kind of try it out. During my shooting phase, if we're actually fighting, I get to make shooting attacks with my pistols. Oh. So I'll have to kind of read the rules. I haven't done it before, but that I'm kind of interested to do that. Yeah. And then there's a Frost Axe, there's 2 Frost Swords, and there's 2 Wolf Claws. So it's kind of a nice array of Space Wolves close combat weapons. And then in this unit, the leader, the Thunder Wolf pack leader, is also Storm Shield and Thunder Hammer. And then these guys have 2 Wolf Claws each, and having a second Wolf Claw gives them +1 attack. So they're up to 3 attack space for the model instead of just the 2.
Okay.
And that's her.
So I'll go through my war boss. He's obviously going to have, he's got the heavy mech armor. I'm going to give him the Combi Blaster with Scorcha.
Ooh. Yeah. Scorcha, heavy flamer. Ooh.
Yeah. His heavy flamers, as we found out last time, are nasty because there's automatic hits. They just do so many wounds. And the Death Copters, again, I'm going to have them. It's up to, because the thing is, when you buy the power level, you
can upgrade them for free.
You can upgrade them for free.
For sure.
So obviously, they're going to have the kill sauce, so they can try and shred your Bjorn there. Since the big booms are free, I'm going to take the big booms too, if you don't mind. I've never played them. Is that all right?
Please do it.
Yeah, so we can see how they work. Because before, there was not worthwhile taking them because
they weren't worth the points.
They weren't worth the points. So I'm not too sure if they're still any good or not, but we'll see. Then as for the boys, I'm probably going to have to change them just to make sure. Because each one's going to have a heavy weapon. So there'll be 3 heavy weapons in here. I'm going to change the guys around to represent the heavy weapons. Which would be, of course, the lovely Big Shooter.
Big Shooters are nice too.
Yeah. So give me a quick second to change 3 of those units for ones that
there should be some.
Oh, there is. I saw them. I left them there on purpose because they're like, oh, I don't want to take them. But I did see, does it have base? So keep talking, guys, while you guys are, because otherwise it's dead air. That sounds.
Yep. So really quick, to mention the power levels. As Patrick was just mentioning, you might as well throw upgrades on. Normally, a typical Thunderwolf guy has just a chainsword and bolt pistol, which isn't bad if you're using the point system, and isn't bad at all because the chainsword gives you +1 attacks for the model.
Yeah.
But in this case, because the upgrades are free and I hadn't used these guys in a long time, and I hadn't used their weapons in even a longer time, I thought, why not throw the Space Wolf fluffy weapons on them?
Yeah. Well, like you said, because they're free, right? So.
Yeah. And then at the same time, Bjorn doesn't have any upgrades, really, in that he comes with his heavy flamer True Claw, and this assault cannon will actually be a twin last cannon, so 2 last cannon shots with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have any special rules that ignore the moving and shooting with heavy, but what he does have is his ballistic skill and weapon skill is already 2+, so it only becomes 3s if I do move his 8 inches. So that's quite nice too. And unlike some dreadnoughts, he's actually toughness 8 instead of toughness 7. So it will take a much higher number for the Orc boys, to crack on and get through his armor. It will be cracking him on 6s instead of on 5s.
Oh, damn it. Alright, I have faith in my dice. Not really, but what the hell. Alright, so.
I think one of the things they did with the power levels that's really clever is actually making the units as maxed out as they can, rather than having people try and riddle out what a minimum unit of power level would be. Like the fact that power level 5 means that's the best you're ever going to see in that unit. I really like that.
Yeah.
And it forces you not to be chintzy with your upgrades.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like you could be, but you would just be showing up to the show with less tools than the next guy.
It's like I have faith in my guys at lower levels, so they don't need upgrades.
They don't need the cool special weapons.
So tell you what, roll off to see who goes. Oh, do you want to do our warlord?
Yeah, sure. So a D3 on the table. There's only 3 options now. For
I saw that. It's much easier. I don't. Well, I didn't mind. I liked some of the ones they had before. So
I'll roll a 2, which is inspiring leader. Friendly units within 6 inches of this warlord can add 1 to their leadership characteristic. So that's not bad at all.
actually good for you, especially with Bjorn. I got a 3, which is sorry. What's that? Oh, Bjorn.
3. Sorry, it is the tenacious survivor. Roll a dice each time the warlord loses a wound, and on a 6, the warlord shrugs off the damage and does not lose the wound.
Ooh, all right.
Kind of like having an old 6+ feel no pain from 7th.
Exactly. So
Beauty.
I'm okay with that. Here, I'll roll.
Sure.
I got a 1. You go. If you win, you want first or last?
I think what I'll do is I'll let you take the first turn.
Sure.
And I'll let you deploy first.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We're going to use a very simple scenario since this is more of a demo than one of the core mission games. We'll go for the only war with the kill points, and the real point here is to demonstrate some of the changes to the phases and to get into combat. Given that both Patrick and I really like combat, our deployments will make a little bit of a difference. I'm just openly telling you my tactics. I'm kind of hoping that he's going to have to move up the board, and then I'm going to move around him to get a second turn charge or first turn charges depending on where he moves.
Now it's 12 inches off the board, right?
Yeah, up to 12 from the back.
Does it have a tape measure?
Yep.
I just realized.
Got one right there, my man.
Alrighty, so let's see how far I can get these guys to.
The nice thing about
So, actually, right there. That's
yeah.
nice about this board. It
already has the line right there.
There's a line right there. Okay,
Beauty.
so. Although the reason I took the death copters is for me is to be able to move up.
Yeah.
And
you have 2 rocket shots per model, is it?
1.
1 rocket shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still really nice because your mobility is really high with those.
It is.
Is it 14 inches?
Let me just make sure here.
Because I know everything on the table here, he moves 8 and everything else moves 10. So it's going to be a very simple movement. Every Thunderwolf and Fenrisian Wolf and character will be 8 inches.
Death got 14 inches. That's
14.
Correct?
That's kind of like the same as most attack bikes and bikes right now. So it's very flexible.
Whereas my guys are moving 5. But the fact that now in 8th you can advance and still charge.
Yeah.
And whatever you roll on the dice, you actually move up on the charge. Whereas before, if you didn't get within the range, you didn't go.
Your charge failed.
Your charge failed. Now, if you roll the dice, you actually move it, which could end up being bad for you because you're like, oh, and now when you open,
oh, so I wasn't even aware of that one. That's neat.
I'll
have to
it's like
look
you
at
actually roll the 2d6, you move them,
Oh.
and if you're within range, then you can do your combat. If not, you're like,
you're stuck.
hey, I charged out of my terrain, and I'm wide open. Thanks, guys.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My ass is in the wind.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
that's a new one. That's a really big change too. That's awesome. Cool.
So we both want to get fast. So I'm gonna
you got a big blob of boys there.
I'm just gonna keep them over here because their main thing is just to go straight through and just get to you as fast as possible to start shred. This is what I mean by the magnetic things. If you lift them up to move them, they sometimes grab each other. Oh, and again, the other thing now is in 8th because the formations can be a lot looser as long as they're still within range. They can be spread out a little bit more, and there's what as Joe said last week, the piggy. You got to keep the line going for everybody for movement and the charge and stuff. But as long as there is a small connection line that you can draw from one to the other, they can attack, or an air still considered as a unit. Now, heavy unit guy. Oh, by the way, just to make sure, Joe, these are the big guns.
Okay, yeah, of course. I love the big shooters. 36 inches, strength 5, 3 shots.
Yep.
Orcs love that stuff.
Oh, they do.
Yep.
They still can't hit worth shit, but, they like the big noise it makes.
Absolutely.
Okay, where's the third? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that works. We'll move him back. He doesn't need to be in the front. Just put some more guys in front of his way. So,
although if he is in the front, it no longer really makes that big of a deal the way it used to before, because you can basically pick whichever model you want to take off.
Oh, I know.
It's no longer closest to the shooting
the
model.
one thing is, Joe and I found out, he was saying, even big weapons can still charge.
Right.
So I'm basically carrying, this massive chain gun, but I could still charge in and attack.
Right. Pretty cool.
Pretty
cool.
And that. So, I think I'm a little too much over. I'll just back up a bit. There we go.
You can keep that tape for the game if you want, Patrick.
Okay.
I got a second.
Turn the right way, idiot face. enemy. Don't face the back.
Gotta get the boys into some discipline.
Yeah.
Go, boys!
Yeah. And yeah, it'll be interesting because I'm hoping to do. My goal is to hurt Bjorn as much as possible with some sacrificial death copters, so the warboss can come up and obviously kill him hand to hand.
That makes sense. I mean, honestly, the fight phase is pretty darn important.
And since the movement being different now, and we're on a 4x4 board, this means we're going to be starting to shoot and attack pretty much right away.
So, can I just ask you to read something real quick for
Sure.
me, Patrick, just while I'm setting up?
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Just
Sorry.
double
No,
check
okay.
it.
Yeah, that's.
Just before we go with it. I'm not sure about that one. Actually, I kind of would like it if they'd done that, but I don't know if they did.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. It's still the same.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to...
No, that's okay. Yes, as long as one guy has to get within 1 inch, then they move.
Then they move.
But if not, you're right. Sorry, Joe. Yeah.
Okay, no problem at all. Just double checking for us. Okay, so this guy's going to go up. Provide a little puppy screen.
Nope. That's too bad because that was. See, that was one thing I was understood. You're like charging, but wait, I don't think we can make it, sir. Okay, don't charge.
Don't even go at all.
It's like that's like really. Like, no, sir, it's a little too far from me. I'm gonna stay back. It's okay. Yeah. What, Fred? Get up there.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you slowing down,
Yeah.
Smithers?
So that's I think I'd be willing to do house rules where it's like, you know what?
If you want, I'm good with it. Maybe we'll just mention as we go though, and then.
Yeah. But well, like I said, for the real rules, it says you have as long as one unit can get within 1 inch of the enemy, you can charge. If not, you don't move.
Right.
But did the camera move again, Dave?
Yeah, slightly.
Sorry, I need to get a better.
It's good. I've switched over to the angle camera as the primary
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Just as Joe's setting up.
Yeah.
It's easier to view his stuff. When you were setting up, the overhead camera was better.
Yeah. See, you may be wondering why, but my copter's all in one corner over here. Well, that's because they're going to try to do the swoop and attack.
Yep.
Feint.
Nice. Yeah. So I had a really simple deployment. Nothing. Just like Patrick. We're only going to punch each other in the face. So my idea is just slightly back from 12, so that he has a really long charge.
Yeah, I noticed that you.
But the orcs do have a really nice rule that if they fail a charge with their infantry models, almost every infantry gets to try and re-roll the charge.
Yeah.
So it's very, very resilient. A lot of other armies used to have something like that, and they don't have it anymore. So
The orcs are the ones that
are really benefiting well. So I'm deployed, and honestly, yeah, you got
Right.
first turn. Let's do it up, Patrick.
Doing it right.
Rock and roll, buddy.
Okay, so let's pull out the codex just to check the
Yeah.
ranges again.
Yeah.
I think some of the stuff I'm actually in range for.
When you do pull up the death copters, do you mind just mentioning? So they have a movement of
they're
14.
14.
And then what is their
Their
strength?
weapon skills 3.
Weapons. Okay, so they
The
did.
hand to hand.
Yep.
Ballistic
Okay.
skill of 5.
Okay, so shooting on 5s,
Yeah.
and then their weapons are rockets, and just is it 2 of those rocket systems?
They have the rockets. Okay, so the copter. I took the. I didn't switch any of the ones for the Mega Blaster or the twin Big Shooter.
Okay.
I stuck with the.
And are they Assault 2 rockets or Assault 1?
Where's the rockets? Assault 2.
Okay, so
Strength
you get 2 shots per model then.
And AP -2.
Nice, and damage is
3.
Oh, straight 3 damage. That's really nice.
Damage.
Predictable.
And range 24.
Okay, so you're easily gonna be able to move those guys and shoot very
And
well.
the one you're afraid of is the Kill Saw, which
Yep.
is strength 10 for them, AP -4,
Ooh.
and damage
Ooh.
2. So
And how many models have the kill saw? All 5?
all 5, all 8.
Oh! I might have made an underestimation.
When attacking with this weapon, you must subtract 1 from the hit roll. So
Okay.
instead of 3s, I'm a 4s.
Okay, that's still a lot.
Yeah. And big booms, but the big booms are only good.
It's if you fly over a model unit, you can select that unit to
Yeah.
become a single drop, right?
Yeah,
Do you want
it's a big boom.
I wouldn't. I'd like to actually see that work because I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what the boom bomb. Oh, that's okay.
Directing you to another page.
Yeah, big boom. Okay, equipped can drop it as it flies over enemy units on its movement phase. After the Deathcopter has moved, pick one enemy unit that it has flown over. Then roll a d6 for each model in the enemy unit, up to a maximum of 5 dice.
Wow.
For each roll of 5+, the target suffers 1 mortal wound.
Mortal wounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
So it can only do this once per battle.
Right.
Okay.
But so they've made a lot better in this one than they did before.
Yeah.
Now, it's once per battle
Per model.
Per model or per unit?
Well, like each one has
a
one
bomb.
bomb.
Okay.
So I have 8 bombs total.
But you could drop all of those at the same time over the same unit if you really.
If I flew over as wolves,
Right.
Yeah.
that'd be up to 5 dice per
Per model.
on his
Oh.
wolves.
Yeah. Of mortal wounds.
Of mortal wounds.
everything.
It's like, Joseph, why did I agree to that? Why did I agree to that?
The good news is Patrick's going to be so excited with combat he's going to completely forget to drop these bombs.
I
I hope.
And, well, like I said, they're probably some are going to die because they're going to try to go after Bjorn
Right.
because they want to injure him as much as possible.
And Bjorn's hand to hand is just brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
He'll shred them. Like, well, pretty much.
I hope. We'll see.
know.
To be confirmed. It hasn't been on the tabletop in a long time.
Now, the big shooters for the 3 guys, their range is 36.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah.
So
3 shots a model, strength 5, 1
Yep.
damage. They're
So
going to be good.
it's not great against space wolves, but against the actual wolves,
Oh, yeah.
that's a different matter.
Yeah. So wolves are pretty weak. They're not expensive, but they're. I don't want to get in trouble with PETA, but they're kind of cannon fodder.
Yes, well, they're the cultists for the space wolves.
They are, yeah.
All right, so first one we're going to do is obviously the movement phase. Because again, in 8th edition, they did streamline it fairly well.
Yeah.
So, movement. Now,
Would you like to declare an advance with your move at the same time?
yes, I will.
Okay, great.
Now, the copters I don't think can advance because they're.
I think you can, and I think you automatically get your 6 inches, probably.
really?
Yeah. And it's just when you shoot with your assault weapons, it's -1 to hit. So you can
okay.
move, I believe it's 14 plus a straight 6. And then you shoot and hit on 6s.
Instead of 5.
Now, honestly, you're going to be in range. You don't have to advance.
No, that's it. So.
But the boys, they
the boys want to advance.
Yep, so D6 for them.
Yep. Come on.
Big number 1.
4.
4, that's a respectable.
So they get to move the whole 9 inches.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, baby! Look at us go.
Fly.
We are dangerous. We are. Hear us roar.
Now, when we were playing last time,
Yep.
You had Gazgul and the Wog. Is that for any orc boss?
I believe that if you're Gaskell himself or one of his kind of underling lieutenant war bosses,
Okay.
you're good to go.
Okay.
I don't think any other character, such as like a Big Mac or there's no other orc headquarters character that I'm aware of that provides the Wog ability.
Okay.
So, like Patrick did very well, you either get Gazgul in a bigger game because you have the points,
Right.
or the power,
Right.
or you go with a war boss to at least get that opportunity. Like he got 4 free inches,
Right.
and although there might be just out of charge range, it's still super important for that opportunity to get the charge.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their goal is they want to live at least one more round
Yes.
to get within range of charging.
And the nice thing with 8th edition is that the change to shooting allows Patrick not to be forced to take models off from the front.
Yes.
So instead of having to constantly hurt his ability to charge, which every close combat army dreaded in 6th and 7th, now we can kind of take from the slow guys in the back. Because they were going to die anyway, let's face it.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, they were
if they were like, if they were 100 meters behind the fight, chances are they weren't going to make it anyway. Wow! So are you going to advance those ones? It's 14, right?
Yeah.
14 base?
Well, plus the 6 advance.
If you advance.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now, just to see.
Okay. Because you got 24-inch guns,
Yeah, that's just
so
it.
you can do almost anything you want. I will tell you, if you put them right here,
Oh, they're
there's
dead.
nothing stopping me from charging.
No, I know. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm going.
The juice may not be worth the squeeze in this particular.
They are gonna
A little bit low.
hover.
They got +1 to their cover save. Yeah, it's not bad. Or +1 to their armor save. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move this for a second there, just to,
Yeah.
because they are going to definitely advance.
Okay, they're gonna get right up the board.
Yeah. And
And again, probably have to check entry to entry, but yeah, a lot of bikes, they pretty much have 14-inch moves, and then almost all of them, their turbo boost from the edition's been nerfed. It's no longer like, say, a 12-inch or, you know, it used to be even, I think in some cases, 16 or 24 or 36 inches if you're Eldar or Dark Eldar. But at least it's a dependable 6 inches.
Right.
So going a dependable 20 inches with an advance on a bike platform is great. I mean,
And the thing is, since there's no more templates anymore, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how you can
Tight they are.
Yeah, and also you can crunch your units all together. It doesn't matter, you bunch them up as much as you want to.
yeah,
Because in the 7th, you're like, oh, I gotta spread my units out as far as possible,
Yeah,
so the
that
templates don't hit them.
minimum or minimum 2-inch spacing was,
Exactly.
was utilized.
Now it's like, no, I want them. I don't mind if they're close together. So I have moved.
we've all played against those guard armies that had 20 templates, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
How about you just destroy the entire world while you're at it?
So I have no psychers.
Hey, great. Neither do I today. So we'll skip the psychic phase for today. Although I think you're going to find if an army can bring like Tyranids 2 or 3 or 4 psychers in a medium-sized game, all of a sudden you're dishing out mortal wounds like crazy.
Yeah.
And those mortal wounds are fantastic. There's nothing stopping you from shooting them into combat,
Yes.
which is great. And it's
And every psyker now has.
the ability to do smite, which
Yeah.
is just awesome.
And also now, if you're playing psychers, it almost makes well for you to take one as well to have the Deny the Witch.
Yeah,
Because now you
yeah.
have to have a psycher Deny the Witch. Whereas, well, certain units, I think, the Sister Silence and stuff can do it without it, but you need special units to do it with. So now choose units to shoot with. So I'm going to try my big shooters first. So they're obviously within range.
Oh yeah, 36 inches. Do you want some green dice to show Orks?
Oh yes,
today?
please. You have some?
I got some-
I got some red dice here.
Okay, red's good. Yeah.
Red blood.
Okay, red for blood. Oh, corn. Love
Well,
it.
no, for the orcs. They're the blood moon.
Oh yes, okay.
I just
That's
have-
your theme, I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of them are painted. I apologize, people, for not having them all painted, but it's just one of those things. So I don't need too many dice because there's only 3. Now here's
Not
the thing.
until he
about
charges me, and then
the
it's gonna need
change
100.
is I can aim at 3 different units now.
If you want to, yeah, absolutely.
So that's the advantage. Whereas before, all of them would have to say I'm shooting these guys, and it would be that unit
just the one target.
and the one target.
Yep, there's very few units that had split fire before, but now every model from your unit can shoot at any other unit on the table within range and line of
Now,
sight.
because I'm going to try and kill some wolves to start with,
Yeah.
just
so-
because they have a low leadership and they're doggies, and
Yeah.
So much for PETA. So.
The only bonus I have right now is +1 leadership based on my warlord trait, which is actually quite nice
Okay.
as a buff for my little guys there.
Now my guys moved,
Yep.
so
But they didn't. Oh, so it's -1 hits with 6s.
yep. This is where the disadvantage of doing the advance comes in. You're giving up, especially with orcs, a chance to actually shoot. But
So a wolf in a small unit is only leadership 4,
Yeah.
but when there's 6 or more wolves in a unit, they get +1 leadership, and if there's 10 or more, they go +2. So right now these guys are leadership 5, plus my warlord trait is +1, so they're leadership 6.
okay, so that's not too bad.
But if you do 2 or 3 casualties,
Yes.
not good for me.
Yeah. So they're going to shoot 3 wolves. You want to do this individually or just
Whatever, if you want to throw them all at the same time.
throw us all at the same time because it's basically like 3 different wolves, and I don't hit.
Okay.
I can roll at 5, but unfortunately, like you said, because I need 6 because I did the advance.
Yeah. And if you did have another big shoot in there.
Oh, I might have. Well, no, what
They get 2, right?
the boss with his combi bolter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they actually added a couple new weapons into the Orc arsenal, which are nice. There's basically some big shooters that are
Yes.
not called big shooters; they're like combi shooters or custom shooters. 4 shots assault, which is even with hitting on 5s and 6s, it's still a nice opportunity
Well,
to get
it's
some more
something- yeah, exactly.
shots downrange.
Because orcs have always been like bad for hitting,
Yeah.
but he can't.
Is it 18 inches?
18 inches.
Just out.
Just short.
Just shy.
Damn it.
Next turn will definitely be in.
But now for the death copters, however,
Yeah.
this is where
This
this
is
is where
where-
Joe's like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful how I allocate these because right now wolves themselves, are, of course, just T4 and 1 wound, but my thunder wolves are T5 with 3 wounds.
Ooh.
So depending on how Patrick does this,
Yeah.
And maybe that's where you want to start dropping the bombs, is on the riders, the cavalry.
The cavalry, yeah.
Just those
automatic
wounds.
mortal wounds
Yeah.
is gonna be nice. Yeah.
So yeah, the reason I didn't go for the twin shooters are nice because of the range, but their assault is a lot like their assault 6 instead of assault 2.
Oh, okay, right.
No, assault 6 is
Better, but their
assault
damage is
6.
5, no AP, and
No
only
AP.
damage 1.
Right.
So, yeah.
The rockets are nice. You're three damage.
3
Because,
damage, 24 inches. No, I don't think these guys are in range.
And the -8.
Are they 24?
24, yeah. They're 24.
Now, did you want to move them forward just to get, like, did you want to shoot with them this turn? Like, if you're
no,
you're
no.
sure? You're good?
Okay. These guys are
You're happy?
They're happy.
Okay.
They want to
Observe the fight for now.
observe the fight. Whereas these guys,
They want to shoot.
they want to shoot.
Yeah.
Now,
Everything's in range 24 inches.
yeah. Well, you're getting cover though, right? Because you're going through.
No. So on this one, unless you are physically in the terrain piece and the terrain offers cover and all of your units in it, you don't get any cover.
Oh.
So there's no intervening models providing cover anymore. For the most part, there's quite a few debates about it, but the way, as of right now, we're going to play as the rules are written. So unless the Def Copters were all in here, or if I was all in there, no one's going to get any cover.
Oh, okay.
So there's no +1 just because there's a ruined building in the middle.
So yeah, we're all within range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You just pick your target and bam.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, what? Oh, Bjorn.
Bjorn's in range.
So just a friendly reminder that Bjorn is a character
Yes,
with less than 10 wounds.
Yes.
So you actually have to shoot models that are not characters in front first.
So it's already hiding more than 10
even
wounds.
though he's a vehicle, which I personally think if you're a vehicle out there, you're going to get shot.
Yes.
But because he's less than 10 wounds currently, he can't be targeted yet.
Yet.
Neither of these two guys can be shot yet.
Yet.
But I know that
Yeah. So
very soon there'll be reasons to shoot them.
we're gonna go for all the riders.
These guys?
Yeah.
So that's a unit of 3, and this is a unit of 6. So
Yes.
definitely these guys, I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, 5
It's
on
gonna-
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to do 5 dice at once?
Yeah, so I mean, unless you're shooting at a separate unit, I'd
No.
say for fast rolling, you just pick up all your shots,
And you do it.
and they're 2 shots a model. So you
Yes.
get 2 rocket, you get 10. Yeah.
Yes.
Beauty.
But
And-
because I didn't move,
So did you move and advance, or
Nope.
just move?
I had moved in advance.
And advance, so it's 6s for those.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Because I wanted to get. Although there's no cover, I still wanted to get there to make it harder for you to get to me.
Absolutely.
So, 10 dice, needing 6s.
Yep.
Come on,
Come
baby.
on, Lucky Cease. I see 1, I see 2.
One.
Oh, 1.
Motherfucker! Sorry.
And the game has started.
Frickin'
This was all pre-game show up until this moment. Now the game.
Now it came on. It's like we're gonna sit up.
Because if you look at the 2 5s he pulled off the table, the question is, would he have been better moving? Only.
Yeah.
But that's just for him to toil with now.
I know that was just one of those ones like I tried. Okay, so I hit once. Now these are they do 3 wounds.
Strength 8, -3,
Now
3 damage.
what's your because what's your
I'm T5, so it's still wounding on 3s. Yep, so a 3 to wound.
fucking son
Oh, did he get? Oh, he got a 1!
freaking useless.
Hey, just be happy it's not plasma. Oh, that's not
Oh.
to hit, not to damage.
As a long swig of coffee just went down range.
Okay,
A
so
bottle of whiskey just got out of the bag.
my shooting phase is done.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, just maybe in Australia or something.
So my shooting phase is done. Next is, well, there is not going to be any charge because, oh, actually, how far away am I?
Your copters are within range if you wanted to dare it.
Do I have 2d6?
Although, unfortunately, the WA ability is only if you're within either 3 or 6 inches
Yes.
of the war boss. So
Yeah.
these guys can't charge because they
No, they
advance
can't do it.
this turn.
Just shy.
Just-
The top guy is, within 1, so I'd have to roll 12s.
If you're out of 12 inches physically, you can't declare a charge.
Oh, right, even
with
after
the
when you go
benefits.
in.
So even like if you're Tyranids with your +1 to your move and charge, you still physically have to be within 12 inches, and that's not the 12 + 1. It's just straight 12.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting because I didn't quite get far enough because of lower movement. If I rolled a 6 on my advance, I'd have a chance to charge.
Yeah.
But my dice are just decided, no, we're gonna.
Nope, not this time.
So
Son of a gun.
I'm done. I have no wounds. I have not running units. I don't have to worry about morale.
Did you kill 1 wolf?
I didn't kill anything.
No wolves? Okay. I was going to say the morale would be...
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Well, if that's... if we're going to the bottom of turn 1 here,
Yep.
really, it's just 10-inch move for everything except for Bjorn, and he is 8.
10 inches. That's
And
nice.
nothing can advance and charge in my army.
Oh,
So some other armies are similar to Orks that can do it. I think what comes to mind are Harlequins and maybe some Dark Eldar and
Yeah.
maybe some Slanesh armies perhaps, but I don't really know. But there's a few close combat armies that can. Space Wolves can't, which is okay. It's it is what it is. I think the first unit I'll move is some Wolves. I am
Yeah.
going to try and attack these guys to get them into close combat.
Sure.
But you have the keyword fly,
Yes, I do.
which allows you to fall back during your turn, a
Yes.
full move,
And then
shoot.
shoot. Yes.
And if you were in, but I don't think you can charge. Maybe that's something
I can't
you
charge.
I don't think you can charge.
But I can fly back and then shoot.
Yes. Okay, so we'll have to be very careful with these copters. I think they're going to be a real pain in the butt. But a 10-inch move takes me right here, 1 inch away, and then I'm just going to slide everyone right pretty much in line behind, since they're one big cookie line here. Since this terrain feature doesn't slow my charge, I'm probably just going to put a guy in here anyway. I have to stay in coherency, just because it's not going to affect my
charge. If you want
charge.
to use a dice to put somewhere just to show it's one of your units instead, I'm okay with that because...
For wobbly models,
For wobbly models.
yeah, you're right. It could be very important. Now, I kind of made a slight mistake here in that... No, I didn't. We're okay. The wolves are out of the way.
Yeah.
The big thing is that now that I choose to move this way, it's important to make sure no units are intervening.
That's what I was trying to go for as well. So now, because now I'm like... Streamline to...
So Harold is going to move as close as possible. And no, not Harold. Or maybe it is Harold. I forget. He's one of the cool... Canis Wolfborn.
Canis Wolfborn, yeah.
Now, Canis does have the reroll failed charges, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So I'll put him right out there in
Well,
the open.
I think you're going to be close enough to actually... Yeah, I don't think you can roll that bad.
You won't be surprised, Patrick. I mean, you rolled your 1-1. I am famous for rolling multiple ones when I really need it the most. So we'll see. I don't want to count out my bad luck today.
But then again, you know what? The orcs don't care. You're coming to us. We get to fight you.
Honestly, now you're just less tired for the fight.
Exactly.
So we're going to move these guys here.
Yep.
The special guy's already moved up. I do want my Bjorn to move up his full 8.
I'm noticing you seem to stay away from the unit of 5.
I'm kind of really tempted. I don't know what to do with them, to be honest. I kind of made a little bit of a blunder here with the move, and that's okay. It just changes my charge distance and lanes. So I've kind of pigeonholed myself a little bit by putting the wolves here, and now these guys can't really
Get
attack.
up to the...
There's a little bit of a mistake, but that's okay. We'll figure out.
Well, the wolves are cannon fodder to tie up the death copters.
Yeah, I think I really just want to get most of these guys die, if at all possible.
Because you want me below 25.
I do. 20 models is the magic number.
Yeah,
and
for orcs. Oops.
If I can do that, I can then...
His arm.
Yeah.
His arm or his
You know what
arm?
I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to advance these wolves at the same time, because I know I can't charge with them this turn. Or at least if I can charge, it's a long shot. My arms are falling off, so I will advance a full 2 inches.
Okay, I don't
Beauty.
feel so bad anymore about rolling.
So I'll put my 12 right there.
Yep.
And they don't have any shooting weapons, so it's not like I can just sit there and shoot as well.
Yes, you do.
And these guys are going to swing around. So my full unit of 3 is here, full unit of 6 is here, boss in the middle. He's still within 6 inches to give...
Everybody the this thing.
Yeah. Okay, so shooting
So
phase.
back
I
here,
do
so-
have some shooting, not nearly as much as before. I have 5 plasma pistols on these guys, and it's within 12 inches. So it's pretty much those guys. I did not advance, so I can actually shoot at full ballistic skill, which is
4s or 3s?
3s to hit with these guys. Yeah, they're they're basically like they're like a space marine, tactical marine on a wolf. So they're not the blood claws, which are only shooting on 4s. So
that's weird. Like how strong are these wolves to carry Terminator armor as Space Marines?
yeah, so we'll throw 5 plasma pistols, which hit on 3s. 4 hits. It's
Jesus.
I don't remember the full stat line, and we'll pull it up here in a minute. But I think it's. Do you mind pulling up plasma pistols? I think I know it's strength 6 or 7 against tough 4, so I know it's 3s to wound anyway. The question is, 3.
Wow.
Now, really quick here. I forgot about the hitting, but to wound, I'm within 6 inches
So these
of
are the plasma
Bjorn,
ones?
so I can reroll.
Are these called plasmas or just straight up plasma?
Just plasmas, but I think it's all the same anyway.
Plasma blaster?
Nope, just plasma pistol.
Plasma gun? Plasma gun?
You know what? That's
Plasma
good
pistol,
enough.
there we go. Okay, because there's like so many different
Strength
plasmas.
7.
Strength 7,
Minus-
-3, and 1.
1 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so I did fail with the 2 1s, but because I'm within 6 inches of this
You get
handsome
reroll?
devil, it's not just close combat, it just says reroll failed wounds of 1. It doesn't say in close combat or shooting, so I'll take it in shooting as well.
I'll take it as shooting.
I'll take 3, so 1 more wound. So 2 wounds that are at -3. And orcs have a 6-up armor, so no armor saves for that. So it's just
3 dead.
Do you have a it's 2 dead, and do you have a pain boy or anything like this?
No.
Feel no pain?
Nope.
So just 2 models of Patrick's choice.
So I'll take them from the back,
Yeah, that's good. Good call.
because then that way there for charging and movement, it keeps me up close and personal. 'Cause we all love that.
Absolutely. Yep. So that's a good one. That's a few free shots.
Yep.
Now what I really want to do is take this guy, and he has a twin last cannon, which means that he can do a fair amount of damage. I'm hoping. I'm going to target these guys right here because they're right in my face. I hit on 2s, but because it's a heavy weapon and I've moved, I'm hitting on 3s.
Oh, only 3s.
Only 3s.
Oh, poor you.
But because I'm within 6 inches of him, he's rerolled to hit, he's rerolled to wound him once. So if I do get a couple 1s, or hopefully not 2 1s, that would be
I want
terrible.
2s. I want to see 2s.
You want to see 2s?
I want to see 2s.
So 2s are bad for me. And
no,
2 hits.
2 hits.
Which is good for me.
Now 2s against... Oh, wait.
Now, what is your tough? I think it's probably 5, right?
Yeah.
If it's 5, then I actually wound you on 3s.
Okay, sorry, just gonna...
We're just doing a quick confirmation. Some of the...
Toughness 5, yep.
So T5, so I wound on 3s, and I reroll 1s.
So 2s.
And I get 2 wounds now.
They are 2 wounds. I think there's... Sorry,
Yeah,
there used to be 2 wounds. I'm not sure if there's still...
I think it's D6
4
and it's
wounds
minus...
now. There are 4 wounds now.
The Death
Death
Copters
Copters are 4 wounds.
4 wounds per Death Copter.
Holy shit!
What
they went
the
up like
heck?
crazy.
When did that happen?
Oh wow!
Whoa!
They got tougher, man. I like this.
Actually,
So-
just really quick, because I want you have an armor save, and
the armor save though,
but it might be
is-
gone with the minus.
Yeah, their armor's.
Obviously, I can't read a book, which is half my problem. M N L. Last cannon is -3, so you have a 4-up armor, right?
Where's the armor here? Save 4, yeah, save 4 plus.
So
yeah.
what happens? You have a 4-up and -3. It goes 5, 6, and then no save.
Yeah.
So you take 2 wounds, and each wound is D6 damage.
Ooh.
So hopefully big numbers. Oh, so I do 2 damage and 6.
Okay.
So really, 1 is dead and
No.
doesn't spill
Yeah,
over,
one's
and
dead,
then
yeah.
1 takes 2 wounds out of the.
So again,
remaining.
we're actually going to take the one here,
Yep, because it's less or harder to charge. That
Yep.
makes sense.
and then we'll put the back guy with
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Okay, so that's fair. And it's not terrible rolling, and
Nope.
certainly you can see the last cannon does decent damage, which
Jesus, yeah, well-
I am happy with.
Yeah, and you didn't roll any 2s, which was what I wanted.
Which is exactly what you needed. Yeah.
But that's still nice.
You can see the difference with our wounding tables and to hit tables.
Yes.
Now that you have to be double something's toughness to wound it, that's a big deal.
It does.
Like if you have a T8 creature, you need 16 strength, and that is really not going to happen across most codices.
Oh, no.
And
Like that, except for the bosses, like unless you get
yeah,
something big, you're
some
not
super heavies or something.
touching it.
You're not touching it. So shooting phase done. I have nothing else that shoots. So really, it's on to the fight phase or the charge phase. And what I will do is the following: I will declare a charge first with these wolves against these Death Copters.
Makes sense. Now I have
You do, yeah,
Overwatch.
that's right. And your Overwatch is the same as your shooting phase, which if we know how that went, you
Yeah.
get 1 hit and no wounds.
Yeah. So there's 4 chances of 6s. And I got 1.
So you get 1, and actually re-roll it because it's 2 rockets per model.
Oh right, yes.
So the whole thing you get to re-roll.
So there's 1 hit. One hit.
So
1 hit.
1 hit.
Fuck. Gee, you son of a... So
Now you are strength 8 on T4, so it's wounding on 2s.
when you got 2s.
Yep. So a wound.
Yay!
And you get a wound.
I
And
actually,
it's minus. Oh, yeah. You're definitely going through the armor.
Yeah.
I'm just killing a puppy because it's dead. There's no real save to speak of with those guys.
Yeah, because the rocket is actually fairly...
And even though the 3 damage per rocket, the damage doesn't spill over because it's not a
No,
mortal
exactly.
wound.
Yes, exactly.
So 1 guy dies.
Although the mortal wounds from the bombs,
They will.
They will. spill over.
It's going to be devastating. I really, honestly don't want to talk about it because it's going to be
Because now
frustrating.
that's the thing is, but my plan is pull back and then move and go doop 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 doop.
So I have to be within 12 inches to declare, which I am. I'm
Yes.
just over 3 inches, which becomes a 4-inch charge. But you only have to be within 1 inch to make a charge.
so I need to roll 3
I need a
inches.
3 or better. And
Minus
here's
one,
my...
one,
No!
one.
Oh!
He
It
gets
just-
it over
it goes
the top.
all the way.
So you can actually wrap around if you
I
want to.
can and I will. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pick the closest model.
Sorry, just
but I,
leaving that one.
Oh,
there
that's
is two.
wounds, yeah.
that's wounds.
what I'll probably do is go my 10 inches. With the first model, I'm just going to go around and be within 1. So that's the only rule. You have to be within 1 inch before you start. Then everything else can go, and I just have to remain in coherency. So he's going to wrap around. I'm going to try and do my best to stay in coherency, get maximum models in contact, but also, because of his rules, spread out a little bit. So he'll go right here, 2 inches, and then this guy's going to go 2 inches, but within 1 inch.
Did you want a dice to put there just to mark him there?
I think he'll just
stay.
I think he'll just go like that, and this guy's going to do supporting attacks kind of like this.
Yeah, I'm holding you up, buddy. I'm holding you up. I'm there for you, man.
So everything has just become within 1 inch, and just for pile-ins, I'll actually put just everything within 1. So that's charge complete. In that the charge was done, Overwatch was resolved, charge distance was rolled, measured, and I have now moved in and become engaged with that unit.
Yes.
So my second unit to do a charge, I will declare with. Let me check to see if Bjorn's even in 12. He is within 12, and he didn't, so I could potentially declare with Bjorn, but there's units in the way.
Yes.
So what I will do is declare with Herald Deathwolf against this unit. No, that's a bad idea, because I really don't want my boss to die, and he doesn't have an invul save.
Because I was going to say I challenge.
And it's Canis, it's not Herald anyway.
Can I challenge?
So what happens is you can do a heroic intervention with a character model, which your war boss is within 3 inches.
Okay, so,
so this is something I need to be careful with. I don't want your war boss fighting me, and I'm actually a little bit of a pansy. I don't want him to fight me either. So what I might do is actually purposely stay outside of 3 inches. But we will double check the heroic intervention there. Is it? I think it's open, isn't it? Morale? Yeah, it's already open to the rule. Okay. We're going to quickly check heroic intervention because it does matter enough that I don't really want to fight his war boss.
Oh, after the enemy has completed all their charge moves, any of your characters that are within 3 inches of an enemy unit, you perform a heroic intervention.
Okay.
Any that do so can move up to 3 inches, so long as they end the move closer to the nearest enemy model.
So here's what happens. He has a 3-inch bubble around his guy, which is just outside here, and I'm going to stay just outside there. I know that's really chintzy. I'm sorry. I'm just not that brave today.
Yeah, Bjorn would have no problem taking on the war boss, I'm sure.
He will, and maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try and get him up as close as possible.
Yeah.
But just to get these guys out of the way and to absorb some of the Overwatch, I will declare charge with my Thunderwolf Cavalry unit of 6. So go ahead with all your pistols.
Okay, so now
there's going to be some 6s in there, that's for sure.
Well, you did. Don't believe me, because I have shitty. So now there is. I lost 2. So I had 27, I'm down to 25 normal guns.
Okay, so 25 Sluggas coming in. That's going to do a couple wounds, I think.
Just
strength for one shot.
One shot, yeah.
Yep, everyone's within 12, so everyone should get a shot.
Yeah, so that's 25. That's 10 right there. So I'll do 10, 10, and 5. Just to make it easier.
So, Devram, do we have any questions from the audience yet, or any comments that are worth talking about?
1, 2,
cool.
2 6s so far.
2 hits, beauty.
However, I can tell you that our top audience range has dropped from men between 34 and 42
and 3
to
more.
men between 25 and 34.
Whoa, how do they know where I go?
3 more.
Oh, man, you're rolling. You can't complain.
That's 5 already.
5 pistol hits. Way.
And I'm not done yet. I got 5 more.
These boys can't charge, but their pistols are way cool.
Like, we know what we're doing. What's wrong with these guys?
Oh, and
another.
Nope.
So
5 big pistols.
5 pistols.
Strength 4 against T5 is 5s to wound.
Yeah, and I still have the 3 big guns. And
man.
So, 5s to wounds?
Yep.
1 wound.
Okay, so 5s to wound. I get either 3 up armor or 3 up invul. It won't matter, so I'll take a 3 up armor and then allocate after.
Yes! Woo!
Nuts. I will put that on probably the guy with the axe, because he's cool, but, you know, axes are overrated sometimes.
Exactly.
So 2 wounds remaining, and now I have to continue to wound that one model until he's dead. If his big shoot is hit.
Exactly, yes. So
or in close combat.
The 3 big shooters.
No one likes an axle.
The side commentary
from there,
is really good around here.
But now the...
and you got a rocket launcher in there too, don't you?
And I have a
Joe, real quick.
What's
Xavier's dad, what's his name? Ben. Does he have a website?
He does.
Does he? You don't know?
I don't know what it is.
You know what we'll do is we'll post it on RTTR. Sure. Okay? Because he's looking to potentially get some NDF terrain.
Okay. Yeah, I put a bunch more, buildings, like, you know.
Yeah, it's looking good.
The desert.
Yeah, they're awesome. I really appreciate that, JP. Yeah, so he doesn't have a website for that. He has a website for his business that is not related to MDF. He just does it on site at the library.
Oh, yeah.
But he'd be happy to talk to you. I can send him his email. Does that work?
Rapid fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he doesn't have a site saying, hey, for $25 you get
no,
this.
my
he's not doing that
combi
yet.
weapon
is he's thinking about doing it.
But he's
assault 2. So he gets to shoot 2 shots. 2 shots from the big boss.
Okay.
But you're not within range of the Scorcha. Which was 2 back. Okay, go to the war boss to see what his abilities are. Ooh, he's a 5, so I need a 6 as well. Oh, that's a 6 is Overwatch. So 2 6s. Come on, 2 6s. 2 6s. 2 5s. Wow, you suck. Okay. Because you're not charging the Death Copters,
Nope.
they don't get an Overwatch.
They do not get an Overwatch.
No,
Yep.
that's what making
Yep.
sure. Just to
Yeah.
clarify for
Yeah,
people that
unfortunately-
if their unit's not being charged, you can't Overwatch.
So there's a few armies that do allow you to Overwatch if you're within 6 inches of the unit being charged. The one that comes to mind is Tau, and in this case, because the Def Copters are more than 6 inch, even if they were Tau, they wouldn't shoot anyway. But if you do create a gun line in 8th edition with Tau or maybe another army that does it as well, there is a good chance you can get a couple wounds off the shoot or the charging unit before they get into you.
Yeah, I only unfortunately did 1 wound.
One additional wound?
No, 1 wound total.
Oh, okay, so the rocket didn't hit?
Nope.
Okay, that's okay, because we're about to go
I did a
face
lot
to
of fun.
face.
I did a lot of fun. Now, however, I don't care
Okay.
about 6s. Now comes fun.
Big roll, baby. I think we should always check the range before rolling.
I think you're 3,
The minimum is, so it's over 3, it becomes a 4,
but you need a 3.
but I need a 3
as
to
long
be
as
within
you
1
want.
inch.
But you
So
still want to roll big numbers so you can try and...
come on, 12. I'll take a 6. I'll take
well,
a 6.
again, because even though you only need 3, you do want to try and wrap some people around.
That's right. So 6 plus 1 gets me right here.
Yeah.
Gets me within 1 inch. I'll do the same here. He gets just within his 1 inch. And then I'm just going to pile in and be in base contact, getting as many guys this way as possible.
Now, Joe, I hate to give this to you. Just from one thing you might want to remember.
What's up?
Is for him, he has a Scorcher, which is 8 inches range.
Yeah, you're right. Now, if
I-
I'm in combat though, you can't shoot me with a Scorcher, or maybe you can. Maybe we'll have to check that one.
I
You
don't
might be
think
able
so,
to.
But just if he can always fall back, though.
Oh, he can. Yeah.
But if
yeah.
he falls back and they're still in combat, it's still good.
So what I did here is I put my unit of 6 further over down the board
Yeah.
to allow a charge lane for. I think I'll go with Bjorn just to give it a try.
Yeah.
See if
Well,
you know
might as well.
he might pass, he might fail it. It is over an 8-inch charge, which becomes 9. But a 9-inch minus 1, I need an 8.
Yep.
So I need a lucky, much better than a 6.
And since he already did Overwatch, since he already did the Overwatch, I can't shoot again.
He's coming in for free, baby.
Yep.
He's coming in for free.
So here's a question that I have for you guys before you roll.
Yeah.
What's up?
So in this, in 7th, you know, this guy'd be a part of this unit, but technically he's not, right?
Correct.
So in this charge that's happening, you're charging this group of 25. He's not involved, correct?
Right. If he were within 3 inches of one of the models, then he could move a 3-inch consolidation. Not consolidation.
Heroic intervention.
Heroic intervention.
Right. So
if I
he,
charge
so
when
but
I'm
that's
here-
the user's choice of whether or not
Correct.
he's going to get into that or not.
Correct.
Yeah.
So from
Oh, so I wouldn't have had a shot with him for Overwatch because you didn't declare a charge on him.
Correct. That's actually
nor could you
Yeah.
really.
So if as an example, if I put a bunch of wolves right here, which are within 3 inches,
Then
I'm in combat with the boys, but this guy's like, oh, I'm coming in, boys.
Yeah.
But if you're like maybe some of my other armies that are a little pansy, and you have just a psyker that does nothing, or a Tau Ethereal that does nothing in close combat,
You're
you're
gonna
like,
stand it.
I'm sorry guys, this
Yeah,
one's
it's all
all on
yours.
you.
Yeah, you're on.
I'm going
you're
for
on
my
your
Timmy's
own.
run. You guys have fun.
So really, from this perspective, and Orks are maybe a bad example, but say Necrons, what you're doing is essentially bubble wrapping your character and saving him, really
Yes.
protecting him.
Yeah,
because
if
he
he's-
doesn't have to be involved. Meanwhile, he's in.
This, well,
And
he's
he
waiting.
can't be shot unless
unless he's the closest. Yeah, so that's a really good part.
So what he's doing is he's waiting for this guy to come here, kill a few things,
and then
then
he's going to go in.
Come in.
Yeah.
Come in.
During your turn, as long as you have a room to move.
yeah.
So actually what I would do, Patrick, just a thought. Right now, because your war boss is in the middle of things, he can't physically do heroic intervention like 7th, where he just replaces the guy or like substitutes. You actually have to physically move through your men. So as you take a couple casualties from this charge, I would suggest opening up a little path here,
That's what I was
so
thinking.
he can move 5 and charge in.
And also, if
Yeah.
I need to, I can have them pull back.
Yeah,
And then
during
he-
your if you get a pile in, you can move them.
Yeah.
Or the easiest way is when you take casualties, just to clear a hole.
Clear a hole, yeah.
Yep. Take
That's
some of the
what-
weak grunts, stomp on their faces, and
Getting
get
away.
out of my way,
Yeah,
boys.
I'm coming through.
No,
All right.
that's good. Thanks for the clarification.
So for the big 8 inches, he may or may not get it. Every woman's desire, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, does not get it.
Ooh! No.
Fail charge.
Bjorn's like,
Bad Bjorn.
ah, no.
I'm just a slow robot, guys.
Not within
Stop
range. Not within range.
making-
Oh,
Come on. I don't want her to fight. I got this claw for nothing.
But he does have a pretty paint job.
He does. He looks nice. He hasn't
He
fought
doesn't
very
worry
much.
about blood on that.
So those.
And
are
then
they-
one more charge
Yeah.
is the
Oh, good. He's gonna come in.
Mr. Canis Wolfhorn. I always want to keep
Because,
saying
like, I
Harold,
understand why they
but Canis, and he gets a reroll on the failed charges. So he
Oh,
is
he's
over
close.
4, becomes a 5, -1 is 4. So 4 or higher gets it,
Just.
and I can't reroll a
successful-
charge, a successful charge. So I can't say roll a 12 and wrap around his unit. So I have to go exactly there within 1 inch, which is this roll, and he's in contact now with these boys.
Yes.
So the charge subphase is complete. All models that have declared are done. We've done Overwatch, we've resolved, we've rolled. We're in the fight now.
It's units. You pick a unit, I pick a unit, then you pick it, right?
That's right. So what we'll quickly do...
This is where the other difference is between 7th and 8th. Whereas before it was based on initiative of who would attack first, which was bad because Orks would charge and be like, oh, we're still hitting last.
So what I would suggest is I have 5 command points right here. We didn't put them out yet.
Oh,
and how many do you have?
I have the 3 because I don't think my war boss gives me any extra.
Did you have a which detachment did you use today? Did you use a battalion detachment?
I just threw the normal.
Okay.
Just
so no fancy
stuff.
Okay.
Just
so
how
so
many
Patrick
HQs
gets
do you have?
1. Yeah.
So
I just went it straight up with the basic, very basic, because I figured you gave me extra points.
Okay.
I'm just going to take the base, no formation, no nothing, just fancy still up. So I have 3 of them, right?
So I think because you have the number of Outriders, you'd be the same as me. I think you'd actually get up to 4 because of your number of fast attack choices.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have 5, and Patrick's going to have 4. It's going to be important because Patrick may want to interrupt me during the combat.
Yeah.
So because I'm the charger, I will get to pick what I want to do first. As the person with the initiative, my goal is to do as much damage to Patrick before he gets to retaliate or interrupt me with his command points. So for me, honestly, although this is an important engagement, it's really just to tie them up. My real goal here is to use these 6 Thunderwolves to do as much damage as possible to them now. That's the plan.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let it go through because I'm gonna save my command points for these guys and later on.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just double
to
check.
clarify, the first charge you couldn't interrupt, right?
No.
Yeah. So right now, because I'm the charging player, I get 1 charge fight now, and then you can interrupt me.
Right.
So there's no way that I'm aware of with any army to stop the charging player from at least getting 1 charge first.
Okay. No, that's good.
There's a couple crazy rules that allow people that were charged to be considered charging. So Slanesh is one of those Chaos Slanesh. But even still, I still get 1 first.
There we go. That's
so barring while you're looking up that, barring you using your command points, if there was no command points involved, he would be able to hit with all of his charging units first. Is that correct?
I would get 2 fights before he gets any.
Got it.
Yeah.
So these command points really become a big deal in this game. Which
That's
is
right.
funny because when I read over the rules in the book, I sort of skimmed over command points saying, I'll never use those, don't worry about it.
So what I did is a little bit of a blunder.
Sugar bomb
Oh yes, before we roll dice, this is a good plan. Thank you.
No worries. And that's what they call the birthday cake Timbit.
Oh, I love it. I didn't know they had names. I thought they were just donut holes.
Tastes like it's your birthday.
Which could be good or bad, depending on where you're having your birthday.
Nothing bad has ever happened with sprinkles. That's
Never.
all I know.
That's true.
So I'm just going to leave my codex open because honestly I don't have these guys memorized.
Yep.
Canis allows the reroll of 1s to wound, whereas my Bjorn, who is now out of range, is rerolls to hit. So these guys are straight hits, but once we go to the wound,
he's just out of range.
what I could have done is left 1 guy here,
Yeah.
or maybe 2, but honestly, it probably won't make a massive difference, and the most important is rerolling to wound. So we'll do that now. I'll choose to go with the big unit first, before this guy.
Is it just 1s that he rolls?
Reroll to wound of 1s.
Oh, 1s.
It's not a straight reroll of 1s or 2s or 3s.
Is this your character that gives the +1 for the teeth? For the
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll do those after, because I want to see him cringe. I don't know how well they're going to do. My guess would be 10 wounds to the unit that are 10 dead orcs. If they do better, that's awesome. If they do worse, I'm going to be sorely disappointed.
Wait, so 2 attacks for the dudes on top, 3 attacks for the wolves plus the 1 per model?
Right.
So really that unit is attacking 6 times?
We'll see.
That 6
It's
times per model? That's pretty...
5? Yeah, it is 6 per model.
6 per model. With that guy there? Well, that sort of makes him an auto include for
That's
Thunderwolf
that's
Cavalry.
gonna really friggin' hurt.
Yeah.
The reroll of 1s is great enough, and then the fact that he gives 1 extra tooth and claws attack is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So fair.
I'd say it's hideous.
So
myself, just because I'm the guy.
So I don't know if you
shredded.
get, I don't know if you ever get to complain about reanimation protocols ever.
No. Everyone gets to complain about reanimation protocols. Because if you had 20 guys and I kill 19 and you have 1 guy left, you can bring like 6, 12, 20 of them if you have
You're
like...
attacking me 42 times.
I'm attacking you a lot, and you're gonna
42
like it.
times.
You're gonna like it.
42 times.
This is not. This is not abuse. This
42
is gaming.
times with 6 models. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's not like a whole. Yeah.
So we'll do the Thunderhammer first. He has 2 attacks. Actually, because he's the pack leader, he has 3. So this guy's gonna go. They're all different weapons. I'm sorry, so it does take a little bit longer.
No problem.
Thunderhammer is hitting on 3s become 4s. 2 misses, 1 hit. Strength 8, which is double, so 2s to wound is a 4. 1 wound at like -3, and it is D whatever damage, but it won't matter. 1 guy dies. Boom. Next.
And because nowadays, again, just to show people, in 8th edition, it doesn't have to be the unit right in front of it. It's a unit anywhere that I get to choose to take off.
That's right.
A model, you mean?
A model.
model.
Yeah, sorry, not a unit, but a model.
Yeah.
But as opposed to 7th, where it had to be the one that's, oh, that's the one that's there, that's the one that's...
Yeah.
And there's spillover. Now there's no spillover, so it's...
So I have 2 units with wolf claws. They have 2 attacks each.
Yeah.
They hit on 3 up, and
Ooh.
do not get that reroll of 1 for being with Bjorn. So
Because
that,
it's a 2.
that's automatically a big,
Oh,
big
that's
thing.
right, yes, yeah.
But I do get rerolls, straight rerolls, because they're wolf claws. So it's actually 3s to wound, -2 rend, 1 damage, and reroll failed wounds, which they all wound.
That's all.
So that's 3 more dead guys. And just because I want it to be cinematic, I want his dead boys to be right in the middle of the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
carnage.
Well, it'd be
Carnage.
good to actually gauge what this unit will do, too, you know, at the end of it.
And then, so the wolf claws went, and then I have 1 axe. The axe has 2 attacks. He's +2 strength, -2 rend, 1 damage.
Oh, one
so
more, yeah, sorry.
he is 3s to hit, 2 hits, and 3s to wound. He gets, and it's a 2, so I don't re-roll it. So I do one more wound, 1 more casualty. And then lastly, I have sword. I have two frost swords, which are 2 attacks each, which are 3s to hit. Not re-rolling that one. And then it is 3s to wound because it's +1 strength, so it's 5 against 4. It's 3s. 2. Oh, I re-roll the 1 to wound,
Yes.
Patrick. There it is. And I get a wound. 3 more dead boys. Bam. Now let's do some math here.
3 more, that's 3 more?
That's 3 more guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Tooth and claw attacks coming in. Oh, baby. 8,
I'm under 25.
9, 10, 11, 12. And another 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I don't even have enough dice. Oh, I just have enough. Look at this. Okay.
Oh my god.
Mike.
It's full.
This is going to hurt. So these are strength 5, -1 to rend, and they have 1 damage each. They also use the same to hit, so it is a 3 up.
Okay.
So 3s to hit.
1s and 2s. Oh.
Lots of 1s and 2s, actually. That's statistically bullshit, but that's okay. We'll just put those misses off to the side. Look at that, boys and girls. That is
That is a lot.
that is.
Whew, thank God.
And Baker always says I bake my dice, but I got to tell you, that's like a 50% fail.
So these ones don't get rerolled?
These do not, because I'm not within 6 inches of Bjorn.
And
Which,
also there's some 2s. So the 2s don't get
Oh, right,
two,
right.
and the 2s are gone anyway.
Yep.
So
These are to hit. That's
2, 4,
I did a little
6,
dance,
8,
people, just
10,
like-
11. That's almost half.
I'm not sure why I'm actually dancing in happy joy because I've seen a lot of dead orcs.
So
but you know what?
these are 3s to wound, reroll 1s. I got a couple more 1s. I'll just roll
Oh, you
3
got 3
more.
ones.
I'm really bad on the 1s today.
But there's a couple 2s there though.
Yep, so the 2s are just gone and are
Oh, me
nothing.
too. Yeah.
So the reroll is right here, and I got 3 more. So that is
Jesus, it's gonna hurt.
3, 6, 9, 10 wounds to the unit at -1, which means no armor. Oh, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. That was 4. 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh, baby.
9, 10.
So this is where my quick comment, being an orc player, is even if you have a big mob on the table, if you have strength 5 shooting, which means you're wounding on 3s, there's a good chance, and you have a lot of it, you can do quite a bit of damage. So this was strength 5 hits in close combat. As you can see, hitting on and wounding on 4s is much different than hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s.
Yes.
It's going to be like a ton more attacks, and that looks to me like more than my 10 wounds, so I'm a happy camper.
That is definitely.
How many did you take there?
Oh, total? 1, 2.
So I did forget to pile in. I'll just
5,
quickly show
6,
the pile in
7,
now. They
8,
would have
9,
just done that to
10,
get in base.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So over
18.
half the.
Over half the unit.
Yeah.
It's like 75% of it, I think.
Yeah.
25, 18 at 25.
Well, yeah, so it's 20, 30, down to 27.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, well, there's a few guys left that are like, you know what? If you don't burn them, we're coming back in
We're-
2 months. You
So
don't
there's-
burn this fucking thing down.
There's definitely
we're coming
some
back.
disgruntled orcs going on right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Devram. I think you were just about to jump in there.
There was a couple of comments about Patrick and his dice letting him down.
Yeah, well, not surprising. That happens.
Well, when you get that -1 rend and you don't even get to throw dice, that's the
Well,
worst.
The thing is, wait till my war boss and the killer copters start hitting.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Then it's going to be the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mortal wounds. He'll just be pulling guys off the table.
now over here.
So what happens
Oh,
is now
no,
you
you're
go
not done.
you
You're
go
not
to
done.
your second charge unit unless Patrick does choose to use command points to pull out.
Yes.
And he could do it because he does still have enough boys that they would get to pile in and attack him before he attacks you.
Yeah.
It won't affect his strength or toughness or hits, but who knows? Maybe it's good just to do some damage first now. I mean, obviously it's Patrick's choice whether he uses command points. He has 4.
So if I use a command point, I'd be to pull these guys out, or
You get to attack.
Attack.
You can't fall back unless it's your movement phase. So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use a command point to attack here.
okay, good. And then that means that that's a good call because any damage you do here is less damage you're about to receive.
Exactly.
So it's 2 command points to so he's down to 2. And now he gets to attack with his Coptas, which are still Orks, if we keep in mind. So they still probably have Strength 4, Toughness 4, 2 attacks base. You know, so that's still 8 attacks, which is respectable against a bunch of dogs.
They are 3 to attack.
3 attack.
3 attack.
That's even
2
better.
attacks.
2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Oh, 3 up and 2 attacks base. Yep.
And strength 4.
Do they have a choppa in their profile?
No, they have the kill saw.
Oh, fudge. Oh, no, why did I keep forgetting about the kill saw? Oh. Oh, my pup. There's going to be a lot of fur coats on the market by the end of the
The
week.
kill saw is strength times 2, AP minus 4. And
Yeah, just taking off, guys. I get it.
damage 2.
Damage 2, okay.
Yes, so
So hopefully you don't get
Wow.
many hits.
Those Coptas are
Yeah, they're brutal.
well,
at
when
5 points. Like
They have 5 wounds. Right? 5 wounds now?
4 wounds.
4 wounds now.
as I found out, power level, when you take the death counters, you
Yeah.
take the kill saw and
Oh,
the big boom
Why
automatically.
wouldn't you?
There's
Why
no
wouldn't
reason-
you?
Like,
No reason why you would.
so there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8 attacks. And there are 3 to hit.
Yep, so, yep. They're 3s, but because you're using kill saws, I think it says unwieldy, right? So -1 to hit in the brackets there.
Let's see.
It should.
Kill saw. No, not anymore. Melee.
And in there, it doesn't say if you attack, it's -1.
Oh, let's roll one that with his hit. Yeah,
Okay.
so 4s.
Okay, so still, that's 4 dead puppies. Awesome.
If a model is equipped with 2 kill saws,
Oh, plus
add
1
one
attack.
to its attack.
And do you have 2 kill saws?
I don't think
I
so.
don't
The
think so.
copters each have 1.
Yeah.
It should. Okay, good.
Yeah, cops are going to take
I
one.
think it's only
It's the killer
Max-
clans
Max and
and the
kill
dreads and the death dreads.
Okay, good. So
That would be
my blood pressure didn't go up that high, but
Okay. So that's still 8 attacks. 2, 4, 6, 8.
yep.
Needing 4.
4s of the big juice right here. What do we got?
Oh
there's a
my
few in there.
fucking Christ. Jesus fucking hell. Son of a... 2 fucking hits. Oh, fuck.
See, you're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to buy good dice.
Jesus Christ. Fucking... Well, that's pretty much 2 dead wolves, though.
It is, yeah. You wound on 2s and they die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, two dead wolves out of a possibility of a lot more.
Yeah. So you still have to roll a wound, though. You might roll 2 1s. I'm not going to count this out with
That's
those
right.
dice.
That's right,
These
yes.
have
Sorry,
been-
yes.
These
yes.
dice, you have to roll 1s. Oh,
No,
okay.
there you go.
So 2 are dead. I will take. I don't know what I'm going to take. I'm going to take these guys, I guess.
Damn,
Just
that sucked.
dudes
Just-
in terrain. Does it make a difference? I guess the wolves don't matter.
It won't matter in this case. I'll just take these 2 guys just for simplicity. So they are down to 7 models, which is a big deal.
It should have been way worse. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
2 hits on.
It should be 4 dead puppies,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly go back to Harold. No, Canis Wolfborn.
Canis, yep.
I've only ever used Harold once or twice, and I've never used Canis. So this is a
Weird
big change. Yeah. So 4 attacks, but he has 2 wolf claws, so he gets +1 to his attacks because he has 2 of the identical weapon.
So that is still a rule in 8th edition that if you have 2 close combat weapons, you get an extra attack.
It is not. It is in the entry.
Okay,
So
so it's
light-
specific to the entry.
So I
correct.
can tell you for a fact that lightning claws and wolf claws give you +1 attacks if you have 2. But there's no more specialist close combat weapon, and you automatically get +1 attack if you buy 2. I think you'll have to really go data slate to data slate to make that happen. Like as an example, if you have 2 thunder hammers, you're just carrying 1 too many thunder hammers because it's just slowing you down. You got this big ass thunder hammer that's going to do nothing. Even though it looks cool to have massive hammers like Thor, it doesn't do anything. So 5 attacks.
Problem of my life.
2 ups to hit, and he does not reroll hits. So hopefully a bunch of 1s for 1. Now it is strength +1, so 5, so 3s to wound. But he gives his aura to himself, In fact, all HQs do,
Yes.
unless it says otherwise not. So he also benefits from the reroll to wound of 1s.
I want 2s.
And you
Oh,
do have
2s.
Mother Tucker. So 2 wounds, and these are at -2, so 2 more dead orcs, bringing the total up to like 27 or something.
Right there. I wonder why I'm
20.
taking those 2 there.
20 orcs in this round.
Yes, but that means I can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So then I go next because I'm still charging. I got 7 wolves.
Yeah.
They have,
Can I just ask one question about coherency?
of course, yeah.
Does Patrick only need to worry about it when it's his turn? Because right now his 2 shooters are nowhere near the rest of his unit.
So we'll confirm about the pile-in. We'll have to read it. I think he's going to get to move his 3 inches in
After the.
when it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes, as an example, like TJ and I played the other day, and we had 2 elongated units that were way spread out. And it just happens we took out guys from the middle,
Right.
and all of a sudden we technically had like what looked to be 4 units instead
Right.
of 2. And there was a massive 6 or 8 inch gap in the middle. And what we determined is because we're in close combat, and because you pile into the closest model, and because you don't consolidate until one of the 2 sides dies, you just stay stuck there.
Okay.
Like, and there was no way to move in the movement phase because you're in close combat,
Right.
and there's no way to get closer. So until TJ wiped me out, he couldn't get any tighter with his warriors.
Yeah.
I
now-
think that's something that they should FAQ in the future. I think if you come out of coherency, like if I'm able to pry a hole between
Well,
your 2 units,
Right.
you should be forced to go into coherency, i.e. falling back and
Right.
lose your attacks.
Right.
But that's just my,
'Cause
that's not a
the-
rule-based thing, that's just my thoughts on it because...
The consolidation is
Screw
bad
ups.
because you may move each model up to 3 inches. This move can be in any direction, so long as a model ends the move closer to the nearest enemy model.
Right.
That's right.
So
I'm
if your guys are spread out, then there's no way they can move back together
Yeah,
again.
because
they have to
these
keep
2,
getting more spread out.
these
Yeah.
2, he's the closest.
The only time
So-
coherency,
Yeah.
So that's where that's broke. But again, I don't care anymore. I've lost most of my boys, so fuck them.
yeah. The big thing about coherency is they only really mention it a lot in the movement phase.
Right.
Yes.
So if it's your turn and you're activating a unit and they're out of coherency, you must attempt to move as close as possible to allow the unit to return to a 2 inch or 4 inch coherency,
Right.
depending on what it is. So as long as you care about it in the movement phase, in 8th edition, that's what appears to me to be the issue.
Okay.
But if you're in combat, as of now, although there should be probably some clarification, right now it doesn't matter. So if you're spread across Hell's Half Acre because you have 30 guys and you're Tyranids and you can go 2 feet wide charge,
Right.
all of a sudden it doesn't make a big difference until you...
It is something GW is going to have to address because this version of the rules really plays to larger groups of
Right.
infantry,
Yeah.
and so like Joe, what he was doing was daisy chaining so that you could get the aura effects for the unit
Yeah.
and still keep 28 dudes out away from my HQ or
Right.
from his HQ. So you're going to see a lot more units that get cut off.
Yep.
But
So-
that hurt a lot.
Yes.
And I didn't do very much to you in return at all.
So right now,
But I still get guys that can attack at the end.
That's right. So the next attack is the Fenrisian Wolves. Because they're not within 6 inches of this guy here, they only get 2 attacks and not the 3rd. So it's 2 attacks. Oh man, I just saw it. It's frig. I want to confirm. I think they only hit on 4s because they're just wolves. They're not like trained guys, right?
Yeah.
Wolf scouts. Sorry, I had it open and I should have just left it open. Fast attack, wolves.
See, one thing I'm going to do eventually is start
They
making
have
my
weapon skill 3 up. Sorry, so they do hit on 3s.
Okay.
It's
Nice.
better.
Printing my own data sheets. So instead of in the book, I just have
Oh yeah.
flip through like.
Battle Scribe,
So
like all
3
my
ups to
lists
hit?
are Battle Scribe right now, they've done a really good job of updating very quickly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and Battle Scribe's free.
Yes.
Yeah, you can buy the pro version for $12, I think it is.
Yeah.
And it takes away the ads and allows you to create favorites and individualize
$12
units.
is nothing.
But exactly. For something that's that useful, that
Yeah.
you're going to use every single game, $12. Come on, that's $12.
Yeah. But also, I don't mind supporting.
and you can have it on your phone.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's the best
exactly.
part.
And so I don't mind supporting 12 bucks for
Five
stuff like
swim?
this because it's
Yep.
freeware. I don't mind giving money.
Well,
to this.
people that would complain about spending $12 when they're trying to play with
So-
their $3,000 worth of models.
Yeah.
Because I already have a wounded unit.
Yep.
He has to.
He does.
He does.
But these are only -1, and you have a 4 up save becomes a 5 up. So you get 2 chances to. You have 2 wounds to take at 5 up.
So.
And he makes
Nothing.
neither. So 1 more Coptic goes down. So that's and of course I keep forgetting the pile in. They would have just consolidated, not consolidated. They would have just piled in into base contact, kind of like this.
Like that? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So I keep forgetting to do it, but that's just the way it is. So now that's the end of my attacks. These wolves are out of leadership range, and they took damage, so they might actually take a couple more wounds here in a minute.
Yes.
Because we're at, what happens now is he gets his turn to retaliate. He activates with this one unit that qualifies, which is the boys.
Yep.
I'll quickly check in the rule book, TJ, if you don't mind. We'll see if the enemy unit during their turn to punch back does get the 3-inch pylon, because as Deborah mentioned, they either do or do not move 3 inches to get into base contact.
Right.
My guess,
The consolidation is after.
well, consolidation is only if there's a clear winner and one side's been wiped out, and that hasn't happened yet. So pile in.
Well, they're looking at the books. I tell you what, I used to use Army Builder, and actually I still use Army Builder, but they haven't updated 8.
Right.
But whoever it is that was working around the clock at Battlescribe, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. All the special rules per units are actually in the entries. It's very good. Yeah.
So really quick, because Patrick goes right into the fight phase with his unit of his choice, he does the full sequence of steps 1 through 6. And so choose his unit to fight. He's going to pick his boys because they're the ones in combat. Step 2 is pile in. So he does get a 3-inch pile in move. Okay. And the only caveat is they must move up to 3 inches closer to the closest enemy model. So you don't actually have to move anything, but if you do, you'd move him into base with the Lord.
Yes.
With Canis himself.
Might as well.
Canis the Anus. And then these guys just, if you choose, which it won't matter, they just kind of pile in.
Yeah.
So it is nice to know that if you're the one that just got charged and you got wiped out from the front, you can still kind of push forward and get the guys going.
So there's 8 guys left.
Yep.
Go us.
Yeah.
8 Orks. Woo.
That's
It's
still
32 attacks, isn't it?
No.
Aren't they 4?
There's
Two attacks.
two. No, but 2 plus Choppa is 3.
3. Yes, sorry. Yes.
So that's not bad. That's 24 attacks.
Yeah.
Half them hitting, and then
Well, you're
half
lucky.
them
You're
they're
lucky
3
that
up.
you took out 20 dudes. Then.
3s or 4s?
Fuck yeah.
They're 3 up.
Okay.
So 24 attacks.
So I'll quickly echo what TJ was just saying. The fact that Battlescribe launched with usable rules within a week of the whole thing, and it's official, not the alpha rules.
The day of.
Yeah,
They came
the
out
day
the
of.
day of.
It's amazing. I also pay for Army Builder, but because the program is paid for, but the scripting and the data files are free by people who do it. Honestly, the Battlescribe people, whoever's helping them, are doing a much better job. And I'm sorry, Army Builder guys that are sitting there right now, like typing on your computer, but you were late. Like I switched to the free program because it works.
Yep.
And
then I paid the $12 because I'm like, you know what? You guys did a good job. I'll pay your $12.
So I'm going to do 2 rolls of 12.
Great.
Just because we don't like having a huge handful of dice.
Okay.
So needing 3
You are
ups.
not a true Orc player. I'm just
No,
saying.
I know. Needing 3 ups.
So, Pat, you be more careful with the cameraman.
Oh, sorry.
Did-
I just shook
turn
it.
No, it's fine.
He just
You
touched
can leave
me
it,
with the shoulder.
but the whole thing shook.
Yeah.
Okay. With his
Leave it,
ferocity.
Leave it. Jeez.
So I missed 5, so I got
7
1, 2,
hits.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Oh no, that can be right.
You did 12 and 12, right?
I did 12. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just it's all good. Whatever you got.
Did I do 15? I may have done 15.
That's okay. Your level of cheating
1,
does not
2,
bestow upon
3,
me any
4, 5.
comment.
I did 15.
Now you
so.
realize in this game we do have active replay.
No, I did 15.
There is a TSN.
So I did 15.
No
and,
problem.
sorry, so 15. So
9
this
left.
one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And then I'll roll those 9 dice.
Beauty. Too easy. I get all excited when I see dice being thrown.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
care
like-
if they're being thrown at me or I'm
I just-
throwing at people. Dice is good.
10,
few more.
11, 12, 13, 14.
14.
14.
That's respectable. And it's not hitting on 4s, it's hitting on 3s. That's good.
So
That's,
minus 1, so 14 dice here.
Now, I'm
They
T5
are-
and you're strength 4.
Yes.
So this is
Top
my...
Give us bonus. Let's just see here.
No, it's the bonus is an extra attack.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing. So, okay. So I need what, 4s or 5s?
You need 5s because you're 1 less strength than my toughness. Come on, 1s.
Ooh.
2s, 3s, and 4s.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
4.
Okay, 4. See,
That's
this is still gonna probably kill a wolf. We'll see. I can't roll 3-up armor saves to save anything.
My guys still
I can
suck.
roll t-shirt saves for some reason, but power armor is not my friend.
Yeah.
So I have a guy with an axe, which is actually a very nice looking axe. Probably shouldn't kill him just because he has a cool axe.
But he's already wounded.
He's already wounded, so
He's the first. He's the one who.
so 2 of these or more fail, and Axe Boy's dead. Oh, I got it! I just did it. Beauty. Fuck me.
God damn it! That fucking sucks.
God. Power armor
Holy
save.
shit.
That was a pretty good exchange. 20 for nothing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I took 2 wolves down. I took
Yeah.
two
Oh, I
wolves.
wasn't even count that.
Oh, hey, I took 2 wolves, mister.
So we do-
Those are tough wolves, I'll have you know.
It's a good
Are
point.
they?
Shut up.
It is good to know because now we move into the last phase, which is step 6, morale. I'll do morale first because it's my turn and I'm supposed to. Nothing happened to these guys, so I go right to the
Oh,
wolves.
come on. One guy took a wound. He took a shot, okay? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know if those were the toughest wolves. Like, I saw Joe name them. One's name's Glue Stick. The other one's Dog Food. Like, I think they might be cannon fodder. I don't know.
The other guy's nice looking jacket.
Yeah.
How else did this guy get his wolf pelt?
Yeah, exactly. That's from those guys right there, yeah.
So I did take 2 damage this phase,
Yeah.
and I'm still over 6 models, so 6 or more, so I'm at leadership 5. So on 1 dice, I can't do the math, but I'll tell you in a second if it works or not. I fail
Yes.
because it's 2 plus 5 is 7.
And you're
My
6.
leadership's 6, so I lose 1 more wolf straight up.
Woohoo!
Of my choice.
Are they multi-wound or single wound?
Single. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lose this guy because I don't like your taste.
Yeah.
And he just goes away. And then Patrick, though, is no longer fearless, quote
Oh,
unquote.
God, no.
So
no.
he needs to count those orc boys very carefully.
8.
And
8.
8 is probably not good. What's the distance that you have to your war boss? Because he
It's more
allows
than, he's...
he allows rerolls and a couple other cool things, but that may not save them.
Well, they're all within...
Is it 6 or 3?
Uh-huh.
Is it? We just had to check quickly what the rules are. I think it might be 3 inches. They get something fancy.
I see how this is. You're gonna kill 20
yeah,
of his
6
dudes
3
flat
inches.
out and then deny him his morale, too.
Yeah, I got his morale phase is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I did this to cultists the other day. I killed 12 cultists and then another 5 died.
Wow.
It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So...
Your base?
yeah, the 3 inches. Breaking heads. If a clan fails morale test within 3 inches of friendly.
Yeah.
So right now,
I'm
and
not
then
over 3 inches.
what is the straight morale of a boy? Is it 5 now? Because I know they kind of nerfed leadership by
So-
1
And just
on most.
Oh,
So I-
6.
6 for one boy?
Yep.
Okay, but isn't it minus the models you lost? Or
Well,
plus the models you lost?
let's just watch Patrick roll the dice and we'll do the math after.
I want a 1 to have like maybe a chance of surviving. No, 2!
So a 6 plus 2 is 8.
Yeah.
8 minus the number of casualties, which was 20.
20...
20. It was 20.
20, yeah. 20 in
You
this
lost
one.
20.
So you lose 12 more boys.
No, there's...
boys?
Wait, that
You
doesn't
have
make
30?
sense.
No, there's
No,
no.
I know, but I lost 2 earlier.
Oh, I see.
I lost 2 earlier.
But
than
it should be-
But if
It's
he has
the
8
same
dudes
round.
here...
Oh, okay, so that's 22 then.
Yeah,
They all
22.
die.
22, yeah. 22.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I have 8 left.
You have 8 left out of how many of these?
30.
Though?
30.
Because I took
Oh,
2
there
off
was
earlier.
30. That's
Yeah.
that's where the number difference is. I thought this was a unit of 25.
No,
and
these
there's 8
died
left.
just in the assault phase.
Yeah,
Just in
no, I
charge
know.
phase.
I know that there's 20 boys in that pile.
Yeah.
But I thought you only had a unit of 25, and like, how is there 8 dudes sitting
No,
there?
no,
Yeah.
no.
And then I did 2
Yeah.
or 3 more from plasma.
Well,
Yeah.
you two more from the
plasma.
yeah, so 22.
So 22 minus 8, 14. You have 8 guys left. You take 14 casualties.
That's-
They all die.
Nope. Oh, you get knocks out of the range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
ball sack.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
So,
Wow.
the orcs just
Hey,
died.
just
At least on the bright side, you took out all those wolves.
the real sacred.
All right. Try
And-
to play the. Wait.
And just so you know, I can't consolidate because that wasn't during the fight phase.
Right.
This is now the morale phase. So they are just hanging out, ready for some
Heavy flamer.
slash charging slash copter rockets. They're all holding their reins in their hands, doing nothing.
You know.
So your turn is done.
Yeah, I think it is done.
So it's my turn.
What about the morale for the copters? Does that matter?
Oh, you know what? It probably will because you lost 1 full model,
I
right?
lost 2.
During my phase?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right, because I shot 1, right?
Yep.
So your leadership 7 maybe with them because they're probably smarter orcs?
Just to clarify for me, who's only played 2 games, the morale, the number is what you've lost in the turn.
The
No,
entire
there-
turn.
There are 6.
Okay, so you need to roll 2 plus 6 is 8. Oh, yeah, you're fine with the. Well,
5.
so
it's
5
not-
plus 2 is 7, so you lose 1
No, I
more.
rolled a 3. I rolled a 3.
Oh, 3 plus
2.
Just wait, 3 plus 6 is 9, right?
Yeah. No, you had the ones
Oh,
you
3
lost.
is 5. You're fine. You're
Yeah,
fine.
that's okay. Yeah.
Woo!
So my turn now.
Yes, his turn, and I don't want.
So movement.
Yes, sir. What are you gonna do with those flying jet bikes? Those copter riding 4 wound bastards.
Can I give you some advice?
Don't do it, devil. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Is Pink Panther coming out? I'm just kidding. And you have to move over.
Yep. And I'm going to move over.
Over and be outside of an inch. So those guys may not. Uh-oh.
Feels like Vietnam all over again.
Oh, they can all fly over the top. They can fly over him. lean out forward him.
And it's you can advance into it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So in this case,
is there a special rule that he's trying to enact?
he's got a big bomb.
No, we have to be at least an inch away from that model.
Oh no. Oh crap. Now, he has to go over the model or the unit, so we want to put him here?
Yep.
Just in that way he gets to drop it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now these guys. Oh, might as well do all movement.
Were there only 3 of them?
Yeah, there's these guys over 3.
I heard there were 4.
You're 5 inches.
Oh, and he'll.
5 inches? Are you gonna pile into my big guy?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't want to shoot first, or is it?
It's moving face.
Moving phase. Then I can
Oh,
shoot.
I thought you
No.
were charging him.
Nope, that's just movement. So I stop 1 inch out,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then these guys will pull back and then fly.
Which guys, sorry?
These
Yep.
guys.
So, yep.
They can't shoot,
Nope.
but they can.
No,
still...
they can shoot.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You can
These are
choose,
flying.
you can move and shoot.
Yeah. So it's. Is it? Let me just check the fallback. Go for it. 6 inches you fall back.
No, it's your full move, 14.
Oh, really?
Or, yeah, 14 with
I don't
that.
have this full move, so that's what
Nope. Nope. And it's no direction, there's no D6. You choose to move as long as you land more than an inch away from an enemy.
So I don't have to technically fall back. I can fly overhead.
Well, you have to become disengaged from that unit.
That's what I mean. But I can go like this way.
Yes. There's no direction or minimum or maximum distance
And
as
can I
long
advance
as
as
you.
well? Or no?
I
just
don't
fall back?
think so.
Fallback
I think
and
fallback.
advance are the same rule, aren't they? Like
If fallback says you conduct a move, I don't think you get to conduct an advance at the same time.
I gotta check that. Just because I want to see. Moving, falling back. Units starting the movement phase within 1 inch of an enemy unit can either remain stationary or fall back. If you choose to fall back, the unit must end its move more than 1 inch away from all enemy units. If a unit falls back, it cannot advance
Okay.
or charge later that turn.
Okay, that's pretty clear then. So,
Okay.
so no no charges and
A unit
no,
that falls back also cannot shoot later that turn unless it can fly.
which you can.
See, that's why I'm happy.
those cocktails are pretty strong.
Yeah.
They're very strong.
Now the points wise, I think they went up a lot to do that, but the fact that you're using power levels and you get
Yes.
kill saws and bombs is
Yeah.
awesome. Even though kill saws may or may not only be able to kill one or two wolves a turn,
But that's okay.
so you can go up to 14 and 1 inch away. So you can't conduct,
Oh, that looks nice.
but you have to go over the unit, so you
But I can
can't.
bomb over these guys.
Oh, but yeah,
The unit you're disengaging from?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say you can.
Yeah.
You won't be able to land here, thus you
No.
can't bomb them. But you could
Land.
go anywhere around here.
They're.
They have a 24-inch gun, so you might want to
Oh yeah.
land more than say 15 inches
No, I
from
want to
these guys.
attack.
You can shoot with 24-inch gun, and you can't assault though. Whereas I'm going to assault you.
Yes.
So if you just go anywhere other than not here, you can shoot me,
Yeah.
and I won't assault you. Well, I'll
But I
assault
still
you.
want to fly over top these guys, so I'm gonna go this way.
Did you win?
Sorry.
Yeah, if you're over here somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm maybe over here.
I don't know because I gotta fly over top
handy.
these guys to drop the bomb.
Any one model though.
Oh, okay.
Right,
that's
you don't have to fly over the whole.
Oh,
unit,
that's
just-
right, yes,
they're all
yes.
a big unit, so each guy, if they go here,
Yeah.
they shoot 24 inches at
You just put
Bjorn.
them-
Look,
just
look,
put them
Bjorn's,
further-
Bjorn's all by himself now.
Yeah, just put them on.
Yep.
How's
Boom.
your
There we go.
work queue right now? How many units are you
Oh,
And that's good because if I go this way, I have to sacrifice a bunch of movement just to get there, and I won't be able to. I likely won't be able to.
okay.
So this unit is bombed.
Yes.
Nice.
So now, so we've done the movement phase,
Yep.
which is good to see. So we did the full movement. We advance. There's no. They advance. He didn't advance. So it doesn't matter though.
They haven't been.
Next is second phase. No second phase.
Yep.
Next is shooting phase.
Yeah.
Which the bomb counts in the shooting phase, is it not?
Probably. Yeah, I'd say it should be.
Okay, so we'll do these guys first because they're gonna bomb and then shoot Bjorn.
Okay.
Okay. So the bomb.
Yeah, let's pull up that bomb roll. This is going to be da bomb.
It's interesting, that's for
I
sure.
think we might need a sugar shot for this one.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
a
No.
sugar shot for dropping mortal wounds on my face.
Oh, that's right. They are mortal wounds.
I'm not going to report you to PETA, but I'm just saying you're being cruel and unusual.
All right. So
Everyone complains about a 500 bomb on a terrorist head, but no one complains about friggin' 1,000-pound bomb on a wolf's head. It's,
no, exactly. It's like
Unconventional.
Did you want another one, Dev, or are you good for?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Sorry,
So-
but yeah, wasn't thinking that.
So,
Caitlin's.
Beauty.
so the big boom is
No, I'm good.
roll a
We're going this way.
d6 for each model in the Indian unit. Well, up to 5 dice, so that'd be 5. Because there's 7, so there's a maximum of 5. For each 5 plus, the target suffers 1 mortal wound.
So you are 5 dice times 3.
Yeah.
15 dice.
15 dice.
And everything 5+ is a mortal wound. That's actually
So I'm
wow.
I'm gonna one up you on this one, Patrick. I'd ask that you do each attack would be separate. So do
No, no, it's not doing
5, 5, 5, 5.
I have no problem with that, yep.
Because if you do them all at once,
Can I use your dice?
no. No, these are not orc dice. These are Tau / Space Wolf dice. I offered you my green orc dice, which hit really well.
No, that's okay. So,
So 5, 5, 5. 1 dies. Boom. And he dies.
Oh, that's 4 dice. Sorry. Yeah, I suck. My dice suck.
It's your mathematics that are poor, Patrick, not your dice.
Which game is this?
Oh,
Another one. 2!
Oh.
Ah! They're dying.
Have you played this before?
And the last one.
No, I play War Machine. So.
Woohoo! I survived!
Two men shows.
But I did take 3 wounds, and they're
Yes.
probably going to run away, so...
They
That's
could
not
actually
good.
die.
They probably will die. I need to roll a 1 to keep them in the game.
Okay, so next is their shooting.
Rockets coming in, baby.
Yeah, which is again
I
2.
think Bjorn's armor is about to get penetrated.
So yeah, 2 attacks, 3 a 5 up,
Yep.
but they moved.
Nope, that's
Oh,
fine, because they're
that's
assault
right,
weapons,
but then you
and you didn't advance.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So 6 shots coming in, hitting on 5.
1.
One.
1. Yay, me.
You know what? For $10, you can go buy a whole brand new thing of dice.
I'm very tempted.
I found that don't use the small dice.
Yeah.
You need to get the larger ones.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because these really suck.
I'm a guy that perpetually rolls ones.
Yeah.
Like I just can't help it. So I play a game that's called Dystopian Wars. You ever seen that game? Ones are great in that game. I rule at that game.
So you really just have to change game systems.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They
have,
make
I,
the
have,
game system fit my dice.
I have never once made a 3-up armor save for plasma or against plasma.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
Once.
are they within 24 inches of him though?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too
So,
good.
so
I
1 hit,
when I'm planning for the game, I
Strength
plan that I'm going to roll
Assault
5 ones
2,
on
yeah.
5 dice.
strength
you know.
8.
Yep.
It happens.
Toughness 8. So it's a 4 to win.
Oh, 4
Yep.
Come on, baby. Oh, of course not.
And Bjorn's armor is unpenetrated. Blah, 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 this time.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
So now, over on this side, it's just Canis, so it's just 1.
Are you gonna shoot my my big guy?
Well, they drop the bombs on first.
Oh shoot! So it's 3 dice hitting on
Yep.
5s. Mortal wounds.
1.
1. Okay. So that's an automatic wound to the old Canis there, and I got a cool new look at these GW
Oh,
wound
nice.
trackers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I just got them. I almost forgot to use them. They have 6 wound starts, so
Well,
he goes
you've
down
only
to
had
5.
2 units wounded now, so you really haven't had to really use them.
Yeah,
until now.
that's fair.
So he's down to 5, and there's nothing I can do about it.
You cracked that wound counter. Is it all what are they 8-sided? Not
I don't
10-sided?
know. I think they're 10.
Or are they
actually.
different?
I think they're all 10.
So now, they can actually shoot at Bjorn though.
Except they advance, they can shoot at -1.
Right, so that's okay.
Yep.
That means they're 6s.
Yep.
With
6
rockets.
shots at 6 to hit.
No, 6 shots, yes. 6 shots.
There's 3 of them?
1, 2, 4, 6.
All right, come on, lucky 6s. What do you got?
Nothing! Oh my fucking
come
god!
on,
Jesus
Patrick.
Christ!
Who did you?
You should be able to get at least 1 6 out of all.
Oh,
Did you hit a nanny yesterday or something? Like your luck is just terrible.
Jesus. Alright,
He doesn't pay his taxes. That's what it is.
The big boss.
It's a CRA. It got into your
just
dice
screwed me
rolls.
over. Alright, so the big boss.
Was it 6?
Flamer?
Oh,
Flamer, yes.
no.
You got it.
Damn heavy flamer.
Because the flamer is automatic. Yes.
So what I'd like to see with these dice, these are nice, they're good for wound counters, but I'd like to see them come out with a vehicle pack. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
everything's above 10 wounds. The
Yeah.
best that these do is 10, right?
So assault
Yeah.
D6. That means chance of 6, possibly 6 wounds.
Yep, 6 hits.
6 hits, sorry.
Yep, for sure. Oh, you got your
Jesus,
one.
fuck, yes! For God's sakes! 6? Oh my fucking
At the
god.
beginning of this podcast, when you said this wasn't made for children, you weren't kidding.
No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's see if I can actually do any damage to you. A 4.
I'm 5.
Strength
and you're
5?
So that is a wound.
That is a wound.
Canis is
AP minus
debuff.
1 too. It's AP
Minus 1. So I have a 3-up armor save, becomes a 4-up armor save. And
Oh,
he
for fuck,
snags the
Jesus,
4!
fuck.
Woohoo!
Oh my god, fucking set out.
You'll notice as you play against Joe that he only rolls the same 4 dice.
Yeah, I have it magically marked. Their dimples are slightly different.
Yeah, I
This
can't.
one rolls 3s.
I have to say, I
this
haven't
one rolls
seen
4s.
this bad of dice rolling for myself in quite a long time.
Every once in a while there's a red
This-
one, and the red ones are
this
1s,
is just
blue ones are
horrible.
2s.
Every time I roll, because I always use those small tubes
So
of dice.
my lovely
Exact
shooting
same
phase
result.
is done.
Yep. You can forgo charging if you want.
No, I'll charge.
Okay. You don't have to.
You already heavy flamered him too? That's it? Nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing?
My-
One potential.
I have a
from a
D6
heavy
chance
flamer.
of hits. I rolled a 1, and then he survived that.
I took some heavy flamers from the Imperial Guard.
I've heard
the other
dogs.
day.
I've heard some
That's-
puppies.
I feel like that's.
These are probably not actually full wolves. That's why they're being
Yeah.
damaged. They're like trading
Just
puppies.
chocolate labs.
Yes, like- so, oh look, I'm within an inch. So yeah,
Yep, boom. I
They
will
were
not
gonna-
Overwatch because I have 0 ranged weapons.
they're gonna try to charge you.
Okay, you advanced. So actually,
Oh.
no, so the wall allows infantry models. If you quickly look them up, and if they have the code word infantry, then
They
They
don't.
won't because they're bites.
okay. I
No,
was
they have to have
just
the
double
fly.
checking. Sometimes they have 2 or 3
Yeah, I know.
entries, but you can't advance and assault unless usually you're
No
infantry.
vehicle, fly, death copters. So,
Okay, so they cannot assault.
yeah, that's okay.
That's too bad. I was hoping to.
But they're
punch.
within an inch, or they're not.
They shouldn't be.
That's it. No,
But I flew right into them. Come on,
that's
come
what they're not.
on.
No, they're not. So, okay. So
One assault.
one assault.
Yep.
I placed these poorly, and now they're in combat.
The table moved. There was an earthquake, and they got closer. So Mr. Warboss,
Yep.
he's a 2 up,
2 up to hit.
4 attacks,
Yep.
but with a power claw, so he's a 3 to hit
Yep.
because he's
Minus
now-
1 to hit.
Those,
Minus
those
one.
power claws are really powerful now that there's no
His
Last
penalty
shooting
to
last,
initiative,
yeah.
right?
his strength
Yeah.
is now 12. With
Oh,
minus
yeah.
AP minus 3 and a
Oh.
D3 wounds,
Oh.
and he's got 4 attacks.
Yeah. This,
So 4 meaning 3s.
I think Canis has seen better days. He may not survive.
Well, don't forget, I have.
You
faith
need
in my
3s to
dice.
hit. Yeah, you need 1s here. 1s. 1. So 3 hits.
3 hits, and, each
then
one does a D3.
2s to wound.
But each one I think does a D3.
After you do wounding. And I fail saves.
Was that it? Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Because yeah, it's a
They are D3 damage.
D3 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's AP minus 3. So that's for your save. So their strength 12.
wounding on 2s.
Choose. 3! Finally!
That's not good. So I have a 3-up save, minus 3 becomes a 6-up save, and I really
Deserve to
need
lose a guy.
at least a couple 6s here. Oh, 2 6s! Woo, 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 woo!
Oh, fucking
Suck it, D3 damage.
Alright,
How is that possible?
so I have 1 going in
Yeah,
for D3.
D3,
wounds.
D3.
Watch this be a 1.
One wound.
Watch it be a 1 or
One.
2. Oh,
3.
3. Okay.
So
Okay.
he's up to 4.
So I took 3 damage. I got 2 left. There we
No,
go.
you took 3.
3 plus 1 off of 6.
Yeah, oh, we
So-
have 6?
Yeah. So
Oh
2.
my god.
But you're like
Yes.
5 or 6, aren't you? Yeah, you're the same thing.
But still.
You're complaining about what you have.
I'm hurting doggies. That's what I'm doing, is hurting 15 dogs. And
I
like
am
dogs.
about to
I
punch
can't
back.
believe how effective your bombs were. That's
They're
depressing.
They're pretty.
Yes.
But you know, sort of fluff accurate. You know,
Yeah.
They hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly,
Oh, he has 7 wounds.
Oh, sorry, he only has 7 wounds to my 6. And I'm riding a
Two bosses.
and I'm riding a big dog to get my extra wound here.
Since you've only lost your puppies, Joe, I don't know if you can say really anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So I am gonna hit back, and I'm gonna like it because I'm hoping they only do 1 damage though, so it's not like I can kill him. There's no way to kill him, I don't think.
Yeah.
I have 4 attack space plus 1 because I have 2 wolf claws. So I hit on a 2-up, and I fail 1. And I'm not within 6, so I don't reroll hits. And then I am strength 4 becomes strength 5 with my wolf claw. What is you're probably T5, right?
Yeah.
Or if not, your T6.
This is a bit better. Yeah, he's.
I'm guessing you're
T5.
T5. So I wound you on 4s, and I re-roll failed wound rolls because I have wolf claws. So, and I wound you. I wound you. That is -2.
He's a 2+.
Oh, he's mega armor.
Yes, he's 2+. Yeah.
Oh, mega armor.
So he's 4s.
Yeah, 4 up. 4 4s.
Not
and
one.
2 and
Not one fucking.
Why do you
dice? Not one.
Why do you even bother playing this game? Go buy new dice.
This is why orcs can't win the universe.
You're
this
bad.
is why orcs can't
No,
win.
Patrick, this is why
Your orcs.
Jesus,
Like,
motherfucking.
straight up, I would have bought new dice. We're in a game store. You can go get more dice.
This is a problem you can solve.
Next combat, I'm having new dice. That's it.
So was
I
that
have
3
played
straight
against
wounds?
Joe and actually walked up and bought new dice.
And I came back and all of a sudden his luck changed. It's like, oh.
Fucking hell.
It's the same as bingo, you know. If you don't win in bingo, you gotta go buy new dollars.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
you should always come with 3.
Yeah, you never know when one's going to run out.
Wow.
So that was it, man. That was combat. Now, I don't run away because we're both single models, but these guys had to take a leadership check at -3. They're only 4, so I need a 1. Or every model over 1.
Oh!
And they all die. There's my 6 coming out to bite
I
me.
killed a unit of puppies.
Look at
I
you.
am fucking dog killer.
You're awesome.
At least you've done something.
I get some teeth. If they live, I get some dog teeth.
Yep, there you go. So there's
Right, and that's one thing about this faction that I don't really get. Like, some of the models have what I can only be described as wolf tails riding off the back of their arm. Like,
Yeah.
if I was a wolf, especially these wolves, that seem semi-intelligent, how would I feel about dude that I'm carrying around in power armer, wearing my cousin on
Yeah,
his
exactly.
back? You know,
It's like, yeah.
It's someone else's cousin. It's not
Yeah.
your cousin.
It's still
all
okay.
part of the pack.
We're all part of the pack, man.
But it's okay. He's got a tail. He's always part of the pack.
Yeah, you'd think that they would, you know,
Be like, dude, that's
wear
someone else's
elephant
story.
tusks or something. You
Yeah.
know,
So if you will allow me, good sir, I am going to bring my good friend Bjorn here to go close combat your face.
Go into
Yeah.
the kill copters? Sure.
No.
Damn it.
I'm going to move these guys. They're 10 to try and get a little bit closer here. Move these guys right here. I'm telling you, man. Just wasn't your day with those those boys.
Dice. No, those dice.
Or
were just-
dice.
It's like,
so this is something that hasn't come up in my games yet. Does terrain hinder movement anymore?
Charges, yes.
charges, yes.
Charges, yes, but normal movement, no.
No, and also it doesn't give if it's you're not in the actual.
Unless
terrain?
the entire unit's in the terrain,
There's
no
no cover.
advantage to terrain, yeah.
Yeah.
And as a rule, vehicles don't get cover unless they pop smoke or something.
Yeah.
So I am going to multi-assault here by putting some guys out your
You do
back.
realize he's not going to last past the first.
I really hope so. That is my plan.
With my dice, I can guarantee it.
I'm going to do this just to try and get
He will
4
fall
this
on
way.
Bjorn's fell one claw and shove his chest into it.
I hoping the True Claw does true damage. That would be really good. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, man, those arms.
Yeah, my power claw did 3 wounds.
wounds?
Yes, but it should have shredded him.
Yeah,
it
it
should have shredded.
Another quick question: multi-assaults in 8th edition, any penalty at all? Is there any penalty for?
No,
you know what I mean?
And you're right. There's no need for them to go in there. It's just insult to injury.
Oh come on, you want to insult the orcs?
No, I love orcs just a little too much.
No,
So,
these orcs. These orcs are pretty. You know what it is? They're not painted.
that's
Yeah.
your penance.
Yeah.
That's
my
your
penance.
penance.
That's what it is.
I am gonna take Bjorn and shoot a last cannon out your butt here, and it's
Oh,
on
just
on protest.
Yeah.
I just want to do it. So 3s to hit, and I fail,
And
but
then roll a 1.
I am Bjorn, and it's not a 1, so it's
Yes.
and it's T5, so 3s to wound. Reroll once. No, it is a wound, and it's minus 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's minus. So it's D6 damage. Big number. No, 3 more wounds. You have 1 wound left.
So I'll put mark 3 there though. That somebody's taken.
Yep. So down.
Doesn't matter which one. I'll put them
Bjorn,
on.
I really just want to charge. So those.
Sure.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I can Overwatch.
I just want to kill the war boss. That's what I really want to do.
I can Overwatch.
So these guys will charge the coptas. So
Okay.
6 missiles. Switching. Too close to missiles. Switching the guns. Is that how it goes?
All right, missile fire coming in. Needing 6s.
Oh, I guess 3 sixes.
6s.
Yeah. Now at the end of the game, like.
No, watch the
Come on.
survivors. Watch them stay to the edge. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now.
So you wound on 3s
Yep.
with those 3 hits. Lucky bastard.
1.
1. That's your penance. A good roll comes with a bad roll. And I have, it's -3 though, so 3, 4, 5, 6 on this guy. Because he has no, nope. And he takes 3 damage, right? So he just dies. Boom. My Axeman has finally bit the bullet.
Yay! I actually killed a Space Marine.
There you go.
Woo! One Space Marine. All right.
He is dead. So they charge in, they're in. No problem there. I want to get Bjorn in. He's probably a 3-inch or 2-inch charge. He's pretty much right up, right up your rear end, right there.
So another new guy question. I know that it's supporting is within 1 inch for infantry.
Yep.
When you have these big bases, is it still within 1 inch of the?
It's your base has to be within 1 inch of a model in or 1 inch away from combat.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not to the model.
It's not a physical inch. It's base to base.
Got it.
So he's in combat, base to base. I'm within 1 inch of it. We're good. If he was here, not good. If he's
but it's of the model. It's not of the what you're charging. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's not a physical measurement to the cells.
Yep. Because you would those are larger than 1 inch bases.
Exactly.
That's right. So let's just do Bjorn because I'm feeling a little bit excited here. Or I want to do this charge too. Let's do that.
So we're charging in first.
These guys will charge in before I go to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long charge, but it's worth it. 6 more shots. I think I have good feelings about this one.
You really?
Or I'm gonna die.
You lost one Space Marine total out of everything. Yeah, I don't know why you have a good feeling. Oh, 1 hit.
All right, and then 3's to wound.
Yeah.
Come on. It's an 8, which means it's a 7 to be within 1 inch, and he bams it.
No problem.
No friggin' issues here, boys and girls. That is like, woo! I'm even coming off the horsey. Woo! These guys are gonna go straight in. All right, let's do. Let's see what Bjorn's got.
Okay, how about you let me get a try at hitting Bjorn with my war boss?
You want to punch him?
Yes.
Give him a punch.
Just.
Give him all your punches you got, right in the noggin. And see what he can take.
Even if I hit you all, I'm still like I'll
Let's just see it, because you know it is a toughness 8 dreadnought, which is like a venerable dreadnought, and that's hard. Like that means you need last cannons or better to really get a good wound.
Well, 12 strength minus.
Oh, your strength 12
with a
6 times 2. Ah.
Yeah, so 4 attacks.
You're wounding on 3 then.
Yep.
Okay, so 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Yep.
Needing 3s though.
Right, because it's -1. Okay.
Wow, 3 hits.
Okay, there you go. And it's not double me anymore, so it's still 3's to wound. A couple more of those are going to wound.
2.
2. So 2 wounds. I will have to...
3 each if you fail, yes.
That's right, so I have to quickly...
It's -3 as well.
Yeah, so I think his... that's... I don't have an invulnerable save anymore. They used to have a invulnerable save.
I just want to see if we can actually scratch Bjorn before he dies.
So I have a 3-up save -3, goes to a 6-up, right? And it was 2?
Yeah.
So 2 6-up saves.
1.
Make one of them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was. I almost saw 2 6s, by the way. I almost saw it.
So,
but just really quick, I have the legendary tenacity. Roll a d6.
Oh, shit,
Each time Bjorn fell-handed loses a wound. On a roll of 5 up, that rune is not lost. Now, here's something you need to know.
I forgot one thing.
You roll.
My boss, D6. He had the 6 for this tenacity. The war boss thing was a tenacity thing.
Is it an extra attack?
No, it's to shrug off the attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, of course not.
Okay, but really quick, so what happened is you do your D3 damage,
yeah.
And then after the damage has been dealt, which means I then now need to do my legendary tenacity, which is roll on a 5-up, that wound goes away.
Okay.
So that's something that is kind of new to me. It's not a recent addition. Do damage first before you do feel no pain type saves. So if you have disgustingly resilient, like the Nurgle, or if you have the feel no pain 6-up, like the Orks, or any of those guys that does feel no pain, you do it after damage has been allocated to the model.
Yeah.
So Patrick's going to roll a d3 for the number of wounds done.
2! Yay!
He does 2, and what happens, I now have to take 2 of my legendary tenacity. And on a 5-up, it just goes away.
Boom!
Boom!
For fuck's sake!
Boom! You cannot script that good enough. I am fine, guys. Hey, how's it going? How is it going?
Look, let me hit you.
Oh God, it's so good.
Jesus.
So
really, let this be a lesson to you. Paint your models.
That's what it is.
Yeah, throw those dice away.
Throw these dice away, yes.
So
I never use these dice again. Oh my fucking Christ, that's
So this is the nice thing about unique characters. They often have a rule that makes them slightly better. So as an example, his claw allows them to reroll the wounds, which is great. but he doesn't have the -1 to hit because it's a big claw. And that's the same. That is the same with Ghazghkull Thraka.
Yeah,
So his power claw hits on 2s, not 3s. So he is actually pretty filthy.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that he's a little squishy with his invulnerable save, but the point is he does amazing damage on 2s.
Well, except I would still fuck it up.
Probably because, just because of you,
Yes.
not because of me.
You need to find a way to reroll one.
Yeah, that you do roll a number of those.
Yes.
So I get my base 5 attacks, not plus anything, and they all hit, and they are damaged 7 plus 5, which is 12. So he's T5.
Yeah.
So it's 2s to wound, and
Area
all
one.
wound, and they are D6 damage each. And, but you have a. Do you have an invulnerable save with him because he's
No.
a mega armor?
No, he just gets the.
See, that was one thing that
They don't say it's an invul save.
the Mega Knobs didn't. Just Mega Knobs. I'm going to go on a quick tyrant here. Mega Knobs went up, way up in points. They didn't get the extra wound. They didn't get the extra toughness.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like seriously, everyone else, Terminator's got an extra wound or plus toughness. Like anything that goes on a bike or into Mega Armor gets +1 toughness. And all of a sudden, you take Mega Knobs. They went up in cost and they actually went down in leadership. And
Yeah, they don't have no extra.
they have no invulnerable save or
makes-
feel no pain.
It makes sense from a business standpoint. That, you know, like one of the things that what I truly believe GW have done, and I can't criticize them for it because they're a business, is that they've tried to make models that weren't traditionally used very much. I.e., flayed ones for the Necrons, which you can't even buy on GW, you know. But they're now awesome. They're one of the best models in the game, you know. And they didn't really do much for the models that were common, and now these obscure models are coming out.
Well,
You know,
like
and-
even the guard, like you said.
Yeah.
The guard now are like
They're
the
great.
original
And
guard.
here, and oh, by the way, you can make a 50-man unit. Go buy 4 more packs of guard.
Sail, sail, sail.
So,
Yeah.
5 attacks.
It's
5
brilliant
wounds,
from a
and 5
business.
wounds,
They're
5
5 wounds.
hits.
And
So
minus-
Here's a new Marine that
So
we've
we need
never
6s.
seen before.
Yeah.
We've been working on it for 10,000 years.
Here it is,
now
Patrick.
every chapter has access to
Yeah.
it.
and
Come
1/6.
He makes 1/6, so
He's
4
dead.
wounds go through, doing D6
He's
each,
dead.
and he is
He's- he
12,
only had 3 left.
15 wounds.
He is splattered.
He
You know,
is
by the way,
all
these
the way.
new Marines that don't replace your old Marines
Right.
can only be bought in our $190 pack.
Right.
Yes. So that, sir, is Warlord, and you would consolidate, although vehicles might... No, everything consolidates, I think, now. They have no rules. So he goes as 5 inches, just going on top of the hearing, going, wow, 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 wow. Yeah. And the rest of it is history.
Yeah, we'll say it's.
I think that's about her there,
We'll call it
Patrick.
there, yes.
Hey, excellent game, my man, as always.
Well, not
That's,
if I had better dice, I'd be happier. But that's still fun because we learned some stuff as well.
And we hadn't used these armies in a while. So
I was
that's
going to say
nice.
the copters. Obviously, you want to use copters when it's the power level.
Yeah, because
Because
points are expensive, right?
Points they are. They're.
Yeah.
I haven't checked new rules. But
Is it 5 power level per model or 5 power level for the first 3?
It's 5 for the first 3, and then the
No.
next ones are at a discounted price. I
No.
think.
It's
It ended up being 21.
it's 5 for the first one, 8 for the 2 afterwards, 16 for 5.
Right.
Okay, so it is 5 just for one model.
Yes.
So the difference is when you're doing the math, it's either one of these Coptas or 10 Orc boys. That's the question you have to ask yourself. What is worth 10 Orc boys? And the fact that they move 14 inches, they drop a bomb using power levels, and they have kill saws, that's nice.
Yes.
I wouldn't build my entire army out of them.
No.
But if you had 2 big blobs of 30 and, one
Or
unit of
2,
5
yeah.
or 2 units of 3, all of a sudden 14 inches is massive.
Oh, it is.
And nothing stops you from dropping those bombs after advancing, which is 20 inches.
Were they D6 mortal wounds or D3 the bombs?
The more wounds is 1.
They are
1 mortal wound each.
Yes.
So
But the thing is
you're
that-
better
well,
having
no.
them in a model.
You roll 1 dice per model in the unit up to 5
that you're hitting.
that you've flown over.
Yeah, so it's not your.
And on a 5 up, it takes a mortal wound. So
Yeah.
he did 15 attempts
Yeah, I
to do
rolled
mortal
shitty.
wounds, and he got 3. Yeah, you just roll shitty.
So
Yeah.
so per bomb, it's
Five
five models.
Yes.
Oh man.
So if you have 5 copters going over top a large unit, like that's 25 chances.
So this is what should have happened. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Which
should
is,
happen.
is your stats, right?
Yeah.
So, and if you're doing that against Space Marines, which cost way more than Wolves,
Oh yeah, one more.
or whatever,
There's no save for
boom,
that.
or Terminators,
Terminators.
no
That's where you want.
save.
That's where you want. That's what I was trying to get over top of your guys.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted him because at least if I rolled well, that's
Yep.
3 wounds to him,
Yeah.
and he can't save.
Your highest priority target is a unit of like 4 or 5 or 6 guys that are elites,
Mm-hmm.
that have a good save, have an invulnerable, and have good weapons. If
Yeah.
you fly over them, with 3 models, there's a chance that you're killing 2 or 3 of his half of his pack, which
Like
is great.
Centurions or something.
Centurion
like that.
Devastators.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then you still get your rocket shots
Yeah.
if you don't
You were
advance.
telling Bjorn, if I could have hurt him.
Mortal wounds go through.
Yeah.
Although his tenacious thing allows him to reroll it.
Okay.
But you're right.
But-
It's only on a 5-up.
But the thing is, it's like you said, it's better over top of elite units
Elite units.
that are small. Like over the top of big groups is not that important. 'Cause
No.
It's only
Against
5.
boys,
Well, and they
doesn't
would
matter.
sort of be lost on characters as well because
Yes.
you're only getting rolled one
Yeah.
one die per bomb, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it's like his elite.
If these
guys-
Thunderwolves had been here and you
Yeah.
would have flown over them, 2 or 3 of them would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a bigger difference than 3 rolls.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
maybe at this point we should
Yeah.
end the live stream. So thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
This has been another Out of the Basement production at the Kessel
Kessel
Run
Run, yeah.
with our friends from the Royal Tabletop Regiment.
And we're going to keep doing the demos are fun because, like I said, we're trying different things each time
Yeah.
to learn more, and we doing different units and stuff like that. So I probably won't play next time again until I get my orcs painted, so I can actually have a chance to
New
play.
dice.
And new dice and new dice. But also coming up, I don't know if it will be available for it or not. On July 22nd, Kessel Run is with RTTR is doing a big Warhammer 8th edition tournament.
So I'll throw out a couple quick information points about it.
Sure.
We're looking to probably get up to 16 players, so it's not a massive tournament. 1,000-point list, so these are 2,000-point armies roughly. 4 rounds on a Saturday, the 22nd, starting at 10 o'clock sharp. Registration and then roll right through until about 6 at night. The nice thing is that there'll be a couple modifications. There'll be a flavor to the thing. It's not bringing tournament lists. It's all about getting people to get out their models, play with stuff that they may not have used in 6th and 7th edition, and to try it out. So there'll be some bonuses to use fast attacks or bonuses to use more troops, as opposed to just plunking down 1 Stompa or 2 Knights.
Right.
And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. There are limited spots. Please sign up on the Facebook site. And a big shout out to Devram and Patrick from Out of the Basement again for hosting today and allowing us to have a fun time on camera. And just allow Patrick to cry. His tears of sadness are my cups of joy. It's just so good.
He's saving them to savor them later
Savor
on.
them.
It's like,
The cheer monkey's collecting as he goes along.
You know, one of the things we can do for future podcasts, if the people that are watching this, if they want to put in for 2 factions they'd like to see
Yes.
play against each
Yes,
other,
actually, yes.
you know, between I'm sure the immediate group of us, I'm sure we can put together any 2 factions.
Yes,
You know, so if
definitely
there's someone that just wants to know if, for example, their demons are going to do well or whatever, we can put that together.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll put that up on our page as well. On your
Yeah,
page.
for sure.
Yeah. So there we go.
Okay, and so thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.